Fuck it. We'll do it live. We will do it live. Or should I use the governor's accent? We will do it live. We will go on the internet and we will do it live here on YouTube's. On the YouTubes. Welcome. Welcome to YouTube, everybody. Hello. Hello, Q's Queen. Hello, Christine. Hello, Rose. Who won the game? Christine wants to know who won the game. I'm not going to continue with that accent. Like you can only do it for so long, and now that like 20 seconds is long. 15 seconds really was long enough for that shit. But Christine wants to know who won the game. The answer is the Lions quarterback won the game. Nobody knows what the hell that means except for maybe Lemon Pie. What's up, Janie Davis? What's up, Lemon Pie? Welcome, welcome. If you'd like, you could share this live stream on your favorite social media, or don't forget, you could always share it on your least favorite social media. Like you could do both. You could share it on a social media that you're indifferent. You could share it anywhere. Just share, 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 because I'm told that sharing is caring. But if somebody wanted to share their antifreeze with me in a shot glass, that doesn't seem very caring now, does it? Yeah, Lemon Pie watched a game, or at least he's up to date with things. The Los Angeles Rams won a home game. So that's back to back years that teams won the Super Bowl in their home stadium. I don't know what it means. And I don't know where the Super Bowl is going to be played next year. But it makes me think that Detroit needs to really host the Super Bowl if they want a shot. Who am I kidding? That's not going to change anything. Like if you, they would try extra hard to go 0-17 because they're the Lions, and that's what they're good at. What's up, Bianca? Says sup, dorks. Like is that directed at me and Lemon Pie? I don't know which dorks you're talking. Like it's just me. It's just me and the wonderful people of the chat. Rose says Christine PB was implying the QB played for the Lions, then went to the Rams. That is correct. That is why the Lions QB won the Super Bowl. That's as close as they're ever going to get to winning a Super Bowl at the rate that they're fucking going. Like, they suck. And I would know. I'm a Packers fan. NFC North. Wait. I thought his name was spelled with a K. His name's spelled with a C? That can't be right. There's no way, man. No freaking way. No way is it spelled with a C. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me. I gotta check. Let's just go. Kupp? Yeah, Cooper Cup. Kupp. K. K. The Cup won. See, I would have voted for Aaron Donald. Like Aaron Donald is literally the reason that they won the last two games that they won. Like he closed out the NFC Championship game and then he closed out the Super Bowl. He ended the drive for the 49ers, which was it a full-blown sack? Oh man, no, I can't remember. It was 2 weeks ago. I want to say it was a full-blown sack. And then in this game, it wasn't a full blown sack, but it might as well have been a full blown sack because he had the quarterback wrapped up and he just kind of flung the ball forward because he's like, it's fourth down. It doesn't matter what the hell happens because if I take a sack, the game is over. So he just kind of threw the ball out and then it was an incomplete pass. Like it was not even close. There was a receiver in the area, so it wouldn't have been intentional grounding. If it wouldn't have been a fourth down play, even if it would have been a fourth down play, you can't go to fifth down. So it would have been a turnover on downs. So now you got me talking fast because you're talking about football and lots of things are happening. But either way, Aaron Donald, I don't like. Did he have two sacks? How many quarterback hurries did he have? I don't know. I would have to check the individual stats, but it seems like they gave the MVP trophy to Cooper Cup because he scored 2 touchdowns. Like, oh, wide receiver scored 2 touchdowns. Let's give it to him. Yes, lemon pie. Kupp. Cup. Cooper Cup. Janie Davis says, PB, I just texted my friend to see if he likes YouTube. That's dinosaur sharing. Yeah, that's a social media. Texting is a social media. Is it not? Like, that's the original social media. Is, oh, I'm going to send my friend a text. I'm gonna send him a link to this. And then they won't be able to open it because they got a flip phone. But it was a razor. So it was worth it. Like, don't be knocking my razor. Whew, that's wonderful. Rose says, we're happy in Pittsburgh because Donald was from here, played for Pitt, then the Rams. I didn't remember where he played college ball. It's been, what, a decade? Decade? 9 years? I don't remember exactly how many years he'd been in the league. Something like that. Around a decade, roughly. But yeah, he deserved it. Both him and Matthew Stafford. Like, Stafford wasn't there last time they went to the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald was there, but I mean, you're playing against Tom Brady? Tough. Tough. God damn it, Lemon Pie. Really? Really? Uh, this Cooper Cup is a Super Mario villain, right? Isn't that correct? That Cooper Cup is a Super Mario villain. I panicked a little bit because I was looking at the screen and the white circle around my icon wasn't moving at all. And I was like, oh shit, it froze. That's terrible. God damn it, Geek. You son of a bitch. How did GB do in the big game, PB? You're a dick. You are a dick. Like you're coming in here with that same Captain Jack energy. He that's what he said to me on Twitter. What exactly did he say? I don't want to misquote him now. Let's go to ye old Twitter. Okay, I did send the link because it didn't send before because I hadn't opened Twitter back up yet. What did Captain Jack say? Oh. Somewhere in this thread? He said, so what? Not like your Packers are playing. Just saying. Yeah. And then I cried because it's sad. Because they should have been, but we have choke artist in chief Aaron Rodgers as our quarterback, or at least for now. Who knows if he's going to be in Green Bay next year? I don't fucking know. What's up, Landon? Says Bengals, how y'all feel? I don't think there's any Bengals fans in here. Ecocidal tendencies. I love you too, man. I love you too, man. You know nothing but love here. Janie Davis, I can't tell if he said really that many times because mine echoes when I pop in and out of the app. What? I don't. Okay, okay. Let's go back to this though. Was it devastating though? I don't think that it was a devastating loss. Like I don't. Oof. Devastating. Like they should have never been there in the first place. The fact that they made it to the Super Bowl is miraculous. Like they have a second year quarterback. Their best wide receiver is a rookie, and they don't have anybody on defense. Granted, they have the best defensive player in the entire NFL on the Rams defensive line in Aaron Donald, but they don't have anybody even like near that caliber on the other side of the ball. So you got a bunch of young guys. Like, think of what they're going to have going forward. They're only going to play together more. They're only going to become a more cohesive unit. Yeah, you're going to move a piece here and a piece there. But if you can actually get an offensive line for him to play behind, you can make some noise. Why did I click on that? How did that happen? Where did I go? Where did I go? Yes, they should have ran the ball more. I agree. I'm back for the day. If you couldn't tell, sometimes I leave in the middle, but not today. Well, I knew you were back for a day because you said that you were going to the chemist already. So I assume if you were here at the beginning of the chat that you weren't leaving again because it's you. PB, you had the PB, you hot the what? 3,901st best white rapper in all the universe. Holy fucking shit. Oh, what a halftime show. Oh, what a halftime show. That was, it happened. It definitely happened. That's- It was, I don't know, man. It definitely wasn't the worst one, but it wasn't the best one that I ever fucking seen. Like, I thought that the stage design was so fucking weird. Like, you're on a football field where there's people 360 degrees around you, but you have a back wall to your stage, so it's only facing the camera side. So that if any of your performing artists aren't on top of it, nobody, like half of the people there, wouldn't be able to. It's fucking stupid. Like, the set was stupid. It was so fucking dumb. Bengals are an amazing team. They deserve to be there. This season was there. Like 10-7, and you barely win your division. You think they deserve to be there? 10-7? 10-7. They barely made it to double digit wins, for the love of God. Deserve to be there. Come on now. Let's be realistic. Hey, Landon, we get the Bengals crap out it all season. Looking through some Maulers football. I don't know what that means. It's all right. I'll figure it out. Where'd I go here? Jumped a little bit on me. Their lineup is just messed up the one time is all they needed the most. True. You're right, PB. It was clearly fixed. I mean, the refs really frickin' got into it there at the end, didn't they? Hello, Carmen. She says, hole. oh, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, Carmen says, hole. Oh, wait. She says, hola. Hola. Hola, Carmen. Hola. Oh, man. I'm sorry, but that fucking got me. That was funny shit. Funny shit. Rams were going to lose the games if it went to overtime. We all know how they play when overtime comes. Oh, for sure. For sure. If it went to overtime, I'm putting my money on the Bengals big time, especially with their kicker. Especially with their kicker. McMoney? Oh, yeah, for sure. Hey, Bear, I want to know who won the game. The Rams won the game 23-20. And Cooper Cup won the MVP of the game with 2 touchdown receptions, which by all means were not very spectacular. Like Odell Beckham's touchdown catch was a more spectacular catch, and then he got hurt and had to leave the game. Per usual with him. Remember the old days halftime shows like Nipplegate? Those were like, whew, Janet, like I was a Janet Jackson fan for a while there. I'll tell you that much. That is for sure. That is for sure. Hughes Queen, can you please engage your mod superpowers and make the sports ball talk stop? I don't think that's how mod superpowers work. It definitely is not. The best halftime show in Super Bowl history will always be Michael Jackson in 1993. It's a little before my time. Really, you fucking bear? Why? Because you said, "Oh, Carmen," like you came, Carmen came into the chat and typed HOLE, enter, and you were like, "Oh, hole," and then you were like, "Wait a second, maybe that wasn't." You were like, "Hola, hola." So yeah, like it was hilarious, Carmen. How do you not find that funny? I was laughing my ass off. I had Macho Man Randy Savage over the Tigers in the 25th inning. Oh, yeah. Bonesaw's ready. Spider-Man fans get it. Spider-Man fans get it. I didn't know you have a channel. I just subscribed because Husky taught me I can click names now. Husky, what do you mean? What? Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean Husky taught you? I did. I did. I was the one that told everybody that they brought that back, not Husky. How come Husky's getting credit for this? What the hell is that crap? That's some straight up bullcrap right there. Like, son of a bitch, man. Like, I was the one that said, hey guys, guess what's back on YouTube? You can click on names again. Life is good because boom, and you go, boom, and you go, boom, and you go. And now she's like, well, the cybernetic one told me that I can click on names. Yeah, but who brought up the subject? I did. And then he's like, like a fucking cybernetic dog just yapping along. God dang. It was amazing. Thank you, Ben. My son is into the Rams, as he should be. Like, you're from Los Angeles. He should be a Rams fan. Zack Snyder sucks. These are facts. These are facts. Oh, now you say hush. Oh, that's not for me. That's not for me. Janie Davis, so happy you did. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Trying to read these straight up sometimes it's difficult. Like there we needed some autocorrect. That would have been nice. Only just got to the computer. Carmen was doing the dishes after Celebrity Big Brother. I hope Carson Kressley wins. He's the only person I care about on that show, and I don't even watch the show. But he's a funny motherfucker. God, he's so goddamn hilarious. He's like I don't know him from anything, and then I seen him when I used to be married on RuPaul's Drag Race as one of the judges before, and then I was introduced to him initially just being a guest on the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, which he was on that, and I was like, "Fucking hey, man, this guy's hilarious. Who the fuck is this guy? God damn!" And it's not like he's a stand-up comedian or anything. He's just funny. Yeah, you did have a problem there. What? I did not have a problem. You're the one. I didn't say whole chat. Whole chat. Whole chat. But I will. I will. From now on, I will say whole to the chat. Whole chat. Thank you, Carmen. I appreciate your support so much. You have no idea. No idea. Phoebe, I think I wasn't on the stream when you mentioned it, and Husky repeated it to me. Didn't know I was dissing you. No, you weren't. No, you weren't dissing me. It's just misplaced credit. That's all. That's all. Like, what stream are you in that he was in that he told you this? You chatting on Discord? That's the only place he ever goes. That's the only place I ever see him show up. Honestly, I wanted the Bengals to win, but knew the Los Angeles Rams would win the game somehow. I mean, by somehow, you mean the refs getting involved at the end of the game? Granted, they did miss a couple of calls early, so it seemed like they were just trying to even things out, but not the time to do it, especially when you seem to be uninvolved in the game for 3.5 quarters, and then you're like, throw a flag, throw a flag, throw a flag, throw a flag. Well, people ain't seen you enough, Mr. Torbert. Throw a flag, throw a flag. Get on camera, Ronnie. It's your time. My typing is like a bear. Oh, you need a bigger keyboard. Fair enough. Fair enough. I get a geek. Rose, PB, were you out drinking some good stuff? Absolutely not. No, 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 no. I was at home. I ate some shrimp. I ate some pizza bagels. What else did I have? What was the first thing I had? Oh, I had some macaroni and cheese. It was okay. It was just okay. Just okay. Hey, Crazy Bear, where's the bunny? He's too good for me, apparently. He don't want to be on my show. Like, I'd be on his show being a co-host and everything. But he's like, oh, man, like, I like Liam Neeson more than I like you. So I'm going to watch him in a movie tonight that I could watch any night instead of being on your show, which is only tonight, instead of any night, which is super supportive of him. So Send them a tweet. Everybody right now. We got 10 people watching. I bet at least half of you have a Twitter. Go on your Twitter right now and do at General Zod. How come you're not on cheesing it up with at popculturepb? How come your friendship doesn't overcome your love of Liam Neeson? Something along the like you people are I know you're creative. I've seen your creative sides before. I've seen your hilarious comments in the chat. I've seen your hilarious comments on Twitter. So go on Twitter and at General Zod and you ask him why the fuck he's not here. He'll see it. He'll see all of them. If you get his at right, like it'll pop up. You GEN, like, it'll pop up, and you'll be like, "Hey, how come you're not on the show? You've been doing the show for 20 fucking minutes, and you're sitting there watching a goddamn movie. Unbelievable." Carson needs to put Todrick up with Misha. Sure, I don't watch the show. Like I mean, I understand how Big Brother works. They all live together and people get voted out of the house, but I don't watch the show. Me falling asleep? I'm not going to be falling asleep. Like I'll definitely get done with the stream before I do that. This time. Landon says, no, I just thought the defense would dominate this. I mean, did defense not dominate the game? The final score was 23-20. Like, that seems pretty different. 3 touchdowns and a field goal, and the other side was 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals. It seems like a pretty defensively dominant game. It definitely wasn't offensively dominant. I mean, it was a decent amount of yardage, but it wasn't an overabundance of yardage. You weren't seeing teams just go down the field like crazy. And even, what do I want to say, like, start of the third quarter, 75-yard touchdown right there. So that's 75 yards on one play. It's one botched play, not to mention the what I want to say, missed penalty on the play where it should have been a freaking face mask. Like, they had that going for them. So, like, if you take some of the big plays out of it, it's not like both teams are just marching up and down the field, ramming it down their throat like the Rams had been doing through the playoffs. Like, this was definitely I would say, toughest game that the Rams had for the entire playoffs with the teams that they had to play. And they had to, and what? They played against fucking Tampa Bay. So, I mean, you beat Tom Brady and then you played in a game that looked like it was tougher for you to win. I don't know. Like, were they playing worse? Were the Bengals playing better than the Buccaneers? I'd need more people to have a conversation about that, and we'd come to a consensus. PB, it was in Zod's last stream right at the end because I wanted a link to his channel. Yeah, I know. I know. I get it. I remember now. Oh, chat jumped a whole bunch on me. There we go. What? That's what I clicked on. Janie says, Geek, I thought you were starting a joke at my typing like a bear, and I was trying to guess the punchline. Nope. Yes, everyone. Also add this crazy What do you mean add this crazy? Add him to what? What do you mean add me? Don't add me. No. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. I don't have to be in the tweet when you send the tweet at this son of a bitch to be like, "Where the hell are you? Where the hell are you? How come you're not on the show? How come you're not on the show? How come you're just sitting there watching a movie that you could watch any night of the week? You could watch this movie. You could watch it tomorrow night, the night after, the night at. Like the movie isn't going anywhere." But this episode of this show is only going to be live on this night only. And that son of a bitch decided, Liam Neeson movie, more important. Right? I feel like that's what it came down to. I feel like that's exactly what it came down to. Janie Davis says, Q's Queen, remind me to check those out when we finish, please. Okay, you got it. Wait, I'm not Q's Queen. I don't, awesome. No responsibility for me. Cool. Let's keep it that way. I don't want the responsibility. Janie also says, it's okay. I always miss PB's jokes. Comments. So I'm on Huber High Alert. That's true. My jokes do come out of left field from time to time. But occasionally, because it's me, they come from the right. That's a political joke. I'm sorry. I was using the little vaporizer I got here, so it was a slight pause. Like, oh man, like, what do I got to do in the StreamYard to get background music going? I just got to have like get a fucking record player just playing in the background and play it at some weird speed so that there's no copyright claim. Be like, what is this ominous music in the background? Be it, oh man, it's Disney's greatest hits. I just played at 33 instead of 45. Whoops. I already did. You already did what? God, I wish this chat would move just that little bit faster. No, don't put me in the tweet. I better not be in a bunch of tweets right now. Son of a bitch. Like, what is happening? Okay, we got okay, that had nothing to do with it. That had nothing to do with it. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Q's Queen. She sent a tweet. I'll retweet it, because that's what I do. That's 4 minutes ago. Can live with that. But where are the General's odds? Or maybe I'm not going to see them. I'd have to look at him, hey? I don't want to do that. Like, you can just tell me if you tweeted at the son of a bitch. That's good enough for me. I'll take your word for it. I can live with that. Like, you can even lie to me, and I'll take your word for it. I'm good with that too. Like, the bar is not very high when it comes to getting a hold of this son of a bitch, because it's not a big deal. like, if he does show up, great. If he doesn't show up, great. Either way, we shall persevere. Right? At least that's how I'm going to look at it. Carmen says, yes, put him in the tweet with the bunny. No, no, you didn't even send a tweet, Carmen. You didn't at me in anything. What are you talking about? Well, you didn't send a tweet. You didn't ask him why he's not on the show. You didn't at all. What's up, Timon? He says, PB, who won the Hand Egg Cup? The Lions quarterback won the Hand Egg Lombardi Cup. That he did. That he did. He threw 3 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. Granted, one of the interceptions wasn't necessarily his fault, and the other one was on a. Maybe he threw 3 interceptions. Fuck, now I feel like I'd have to go back and look again. But I thought it was only 2. One on a deep pass that was in the end zone, and another one that was across the middle after, or at the start of the third quarter after the big play from the Bengals, where it went off one of the Rams receivers' hands, and he essentially handed it to whichever Bengals defender was standing behind him. I was like, oh my God, this is a disaster. I thought he was streaming tonight with the Dingo Wrestler from Down Under, PB. Okay, let's go look. Let us go look. We'll go to the YouTubes, then I'll hit my subscriptions, click on Mr. Putz, click that, and it says that me and Stevie J chat 2:14:12 a.m. So wait, that's supposed to be in an hour and a half? That's supposed to happen in an hour and a half? No shit. So what? He's got to go watch this movie before he. Well, son of a bitch. So I'm doing a pre-show to his fucking show now? What a douchebag. I didn't even remember that. I'm surprised it's still on the books. But there's still time for them to cancel it. Trust me. Trust me. There is still time. Like one of the two of the like one of the two of them. Be like, oh shit, I was supposed to. Oh, we'll just reschedule it. It's fine. We rescheduled it once. We can reschedule it again. It's fine. I tweeted, but fuck knows if it actually works because it's. That's very funny, Jamie. That's very funny. Hughes Queen. If I'm not helping my friends, what the fuck am I doing? You know? Uh, Probably eating chocolate or ice cream. These are my answers. I have insider information. I feel. Suicidal tendencies. They get a trophy for that shit? Thought it was just cocaine hookers and get out of jail free cards. No, it's cocaine hookers and get into Disneyland free cards. Jesus, geek. Like, how do you think they get around to all the rides so quickly? Like, you do your blow and you have your hookers carry you from ride to ride. Like, what come on now. Like, what else are you supposed to do at freaking Disney World? And I didn't see any of it. Like, the game was over, and I was like, okay, which one of the players is going to say it? And they're going to, boom, they cut that commercial. There was no Disney World commercial. You be slacking this time, Disney. Haha. Like, I don't remember the last time that they didn't have that Disney commercial right away, but not this time. I was like, you were in LA. Disneyland is literally right down the road. You could have said, yeah, I'm going to Disneyland on my way home because it's still only 7:04. I can still see the fucking fireworks, man. Like, what the hell? Missed opportunity. Missed fucking opportunity. Especially, like, you have an idea how good those freaking fireworks are gonna look when you got those freaking cocaine? Delicious. The fireworks are going to look delicious. No, I clicked on this. No, I clicked on this. There, you're welcome, Hughes Queen. You are welcome. Phoebe, I was eating chocolate when you said that. Boom! Called it. Fucking called it. Mmm. Mmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I can see what across the planet, like remote viewing style. I was like, what's she doing? What's she doing? She wasn't helping her friends, so she is eating chocolate. Boom, got it again. Like that's better play calling than fucking Tony Romo right there. God dang, like the NFL fans get that one too. Tony Romo's good at calling the plays before they. It's unbelievable. It's uncanny how good he is at doing it. It's amazing to me. Gotta take a drink. First drink in a half an hour. I feel like that's not bad. That's a pretty good ratio to be working at. A little space bar action. Oh, Q's Queen. I'm eating dark chocolate and sea salt caramel. That sounds not bad. I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate. Love milk chocolate. Dark chocolate, not so much. Janie Davis says maybe geek, maybe for now, but maybe for now, but not. But I'm going to fall. Fuck, I don't know what. But forget it. Forget it. I botched it. I'm moving the fuck on. When did the Rams go to LA? And what the hell happened to the Raiders? I can be this far behind, or am I just that old? Um, the Raiders are in Vegas. They moved there from Oakland. Both teams left LA in the 90s. The Rams came back, 4 years ago? Yeah, something like that. Shit. I feel like it was 4 years ago. I mean, the Chargers play there too now, so they play in the same stadium as Super Bowl champs. Yeah, yeah. What's up, Keely Chow? How's it going? It says hail, hail. No, no. Go Paco, go Paco. That's what's up. Go Paco. That's how we roll in this area. So back to this. Yes, geek. You are just that old, apparently. Apparently, like I'm just looking at the comments, doing the math, and letting you know you're old as fuck. if you don't remember, or I don't know, were you in a? Do you have some type of? I don't want to. Oh, I don't want to say. Do you have brain damage? Like I don't want to say it out loud, but you gotta peel the band-aid off. Do you have the brain damage where you don't remember the things? My dad's got the brain damage where he doesn't remember the things. He don't remember much after 1981. It's a problem sometimes. I was born after 81. Think about that. Get it? Get it? Exactly. Exactly. Be like, who are you? And be like, yep, 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 yep. Just been here my whole life. You keep forgetting me. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's not really that bad. It's more of a short term thing. Like you don't remember stuff in the short term is long term memory. So I've been around the entire time. So I've fallen into the long term. Although I haven't had the beard the entire time, that's more of a short term thing. What? Janie, no eating dinner plus watching Olympics. Oh, I gotta watch some Olympics. I was watching some before and they were doing jumps on the skiing. It was pretty cool. The hell else was I watching? I was watching luge. I like the luge. It's pretty interesting. Like it's death defying a little bit. You put the skate in your ass and go balls first down and I shoot. Yeah, that'll be fun. God, I miss Robin Williams. Fucking miss him so goddamn much. Like, okay, now we're gonna go and we're gonna look up Robin Williams talking about the luge so that I can show all of you people the clip that I'm talking about because me just saying that little bit doesn't do it justice. And can I bullshit my way all the way? Oh, there it is. There it is. Right in the search results there. How long is it? 6:51. 6:51 seems long. Seems really long. So let's get through the commercial first, because you don't need to see this bullshit commercial. And we'll hit pause. Go back to the beat. Oh shit! Turn. God dang! Hit pause. Okay. Turn the volume on. Feel like it should be all right. Go ahead and take that off the screen. See what's going on here. People, fuck Dean Spanos. Okay. I don't know who the hell that is. I have no idea. I have no idea who that is, Keely Channel. I hit the wrong fucking button. That's not the share screen button. Son of a bitch. I just want to share my screen. I want to share a Chrome tab of Robin Williams talking about the Olympics. Let's go full screen. And we'll go to the beginning. Play.
What, was Amish country booked? What happened? Come on down to Salt Lake. We're going to party like it's 1955. Bring your wife. Come on down. And at the closing ceremony, they introduced Donnie and Marie as the first couple of Utah. I went,
I fucking love this guy.
They're only a couple in Arkansas.
That's not an Olympic joke. Not an Olympic joke.
George, I just want to tell you, Ted Turner and Jane Fonda broke up. They did. Jane found God, and Ted found out it wasn't him. We're at the Olympics once again. We're talking about the figure skating, where the judge did all the controversy. But I find the figure skating to be kind of sexy. Yeah, baby. You know, not ice dancing, which is polka on Valium. That's not good. But there's that pairs figure skating, and there's that one very special lift where the male figure skater goes, right here. Or even a gynecologist would go, put on a glove, man. What's that? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Yes. And I'm going, let's cut the foreplay. Let's have ice fucking. Come on. Whoa.
So if they had that over in China, they'd have to blur out one particular spot because that's how the videos work over there. Son of a bitch.
Hey. Oh, nipples around and and she holds on without her hands. Oh! Oh!
That's probably true, Geek. That's
Even
probably
a French girl
true.
would go, I like it.
I like it.
I don't care. I'm giving them the medal. Fuck the Canadian. So fabulous. And there's other kind of sexual things in the Olympics. There's the luge, which I have
The
only one question.
luge.
What drunken German gynecologist invented that sport? What guy went, you know what? I want to dress like a sperm, shove an ice skate in my ass, and go balls first down an ice chute. Yeah. That will be fun. No, this is for pussies. How will you steer? I will do kegels. I will flex my ass and go down the aisle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do not talk to me about the two-man luge. I'm saying, boys, get a room. Come on. Oh, make that turn, you bastard. Make it. Hard right, you fucker. Hard right. Poor guy gets to the end of the run going, I got wood, man. I'm sorry. Well, you cost us the race.
Nice.
Your penis going with 2/100 of a second wind resistance. We could have won if you weren't going bring, dolphin boy. Yes. And there's always some horrible drug scandal as in the Olympics. This year was a Spanish cross-country skier, which is like a skier. Are you a skier? Yes. He was going down there, and they accused him of taking, some performance-enhancing drug, like an elephant growth hormone. Are you on some sort of drug? Are you taking an animal tranquilizer? Oh, no. And they didn't bother drug testing the snowboarders. They just, get the fuck out. Go on. Go, my little boys. Have fun. I guess they realized the word half-pipe meant something. Aye, because it's a very strange thing. Remember the kid who won the gold medal? He was in freestyle, and they said, do you want to be in a box of Wheaties? He went, no. Count Chocula. Aha! True, Sherlock. Unlike the poor Canadian snowboarder in 1998 Olympics, they took away his medal because he tested positive for marijuana, which is kind of redundant, number one. Number two, they said that marijuana was a performance-enhancing drug. Marijuana enhances many things. Colors, tastes, sensations, but you are certainly not fucking empowered. When you're stoned, you're lucky if you can find your own goddamn feet. The only way it's a performance-enhancing drug is if there's a big fucking Hershey bar at the end of the run. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then you'll be like a Swiss ski jumper going, I'm there! Poor Canadian snowboarder, they asked for his medal back and he couldn't find it. It was around his fucking neck. Goofy Canadian bastard, eh? Then they have weird sports like the biathlon, which is it's like Norwegian drive-by. Get the TV, Hunt! It's crazy. And, the Canadians, they won the gold medal in hockey, and I went, come on, man, yay, all right, hey!
Yay!
God bless you, Canadian people. You're so fucking nice, eh? It's your only fucking sport, come on. That's a mutant form of football. We've got 13 men, we have a longer field. You have fun, enjoy. Yes, we are the Canadians. Canada is like a loft apartment over a really great party, you know?
Yes. Yes.
They're going, yeah, we are nice. We have Jean Chrétien, a great prime minister, huh? And we have that. He's right there. He was the only man in the world. I don't need no Secret Service. A guy comes to hit me, I fucking knock him out, eh? I'm Jean Chrétien, which versus your president, who is a Chrétien. But I don't care. But for me, Quebec keeps wanting to break away from Canada, but still keep the currency. What about that? It's like a kid moving out of the house, but I still would like to get money. Fuck off, you. What are you doing? Canadian money is also called the loonie. How can you take an economic crisis seriously? The loonie is down. Oh, how sad for you. What are you saying, huh? But everyone was so happy that the Olympics, the security was so tight. They were like, security was amazing at the Olympics. I went, yeah, Utah's the whitest fucking state in the union. An Arab in Utah is like an albino at the Apollo. You would notice. We found one! Oh, he's just tan. Everybody else, come on now.
Oh, we're missing that kind of shit. They don't make comedians like that anymore. I mean, they make them hopped up like that because cocaine still exists, but they don't make them. Oh man, like that's some good shit right there. Like, I wish I could do fucking stand up comedy like that. Like that is some special fucking stuff. And the Olympics is going on right now. That's exactly what the luge is. Want to dress like a sperm? Want to shove a skate up my ass and go balls first down and I shoot? Yeah, that'll be fun. He makes fun of himself in this special about it. Yes, he does. He's not wrong. I refuse to move for anything but the toilet and the junk food when I'm high. Remembering seeing Robin live in 82 and 83 was absolutely hysterical. God, I wish I could have done that, but I wouldn't be born for another 4 to 5 years. Geekicidal tendencies. He made fun of everything and everyone. I miss him. Timon Flip, when comedy was funny. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you make jokes about anything and everything. You don't got to worry about, or I guess in his position, he didn't give a shit about the fucking repercussions. Like, if you don't give a shit about the repercussions, like Dave Chappelle, then it doesn't really fucking matter. You get to make jokes about who and whatever you want because that's how it's supposed to work. You're meant to make jokes about everything because that's the real inclusivity. To be made fun of. Like, you're not the butt of the joke, but you're being made fun of. Like, that's real inclusion right there. Like, everybody should have a joke about them. What the hell? If you're not being made fun of, are you being included? Like, everybody else has a joke about them. You ain't got a joke made about you? Like, that's rough. That is rough. Because all terrorists are from the Middle East. Duh. Aren't they all? Like, if you ain't got a turban, you ain't a terrorist. Duh. Like, everybody understands the math of terrorism. It's simple. It's super simple. The comedy was great. Yes, Q, exactly. Like, he with that one special, especially with everything that he hits in there, because I like the Olympics. Like, I don't necessarily like every single game or sport because I wouldn't consider all of them sports. I wouldn't consider all of them games. Like, some of them seem like games to me. Some of them seem like sports to me. Like, hockey is a sport. Curling seems like it's a game. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a sport to me. I mean, if you can just be a bunch of beard up fishermen and then go beyond the Olympic fucking curling team, is it really a sport? Like, come on now. It seems like a bar game. Like, you just have a longer lane than the people who are fucking bowlers. That's a sport now. Didn't used to be a sport. It used to just be a game. Now it's whatever. Whatever. So I don't know. Anyways, Janie Davis says I'm such a downer. There's a reason most of my friends aren't lefties. Most of my friends aren't. Wait, what? I don't get it. But you said terrorists are from the Middle East. Like, we agree that all the terrorists are the turban wearers. Like, we agree on that. So then you're oh man, you are whew, like a calico cat to frickin' political views. Why is this off? Oh, because it switched to the stupid freaking live stream that's supposed to happen at midnight. I wonder if it's still happening. Who knows? Who even knows? I'm not watching my own live stream like a dipshit. And now she's yelling at me. Are you yelling at me? What did I do? What did I do? Why am I the freaking target of your ire? I didn't do anything wrong. I was just reading comments. Like, I thought that we agreed that all the terrorists are turbans. Like, that's what you said, because all terrorists are from the Middle East. Like, it was a statement. That's what it says. Look. Look. Boom. Right there. Like, I'm not the one who typed it. These are not my words. For sure. Delicious coffee. Q Screen says, PB, did you hear that Johnny got the lawyer from making a murderer on his team? And she always wins. Yes, I did hear that, or I saw it, or what the fuck. I don't. I see it. I saw it someplace, and I'm sure that I have a more original take than you've heard anyplace else that you've heard that piece of information. Because I would guess that everybody's like, yay, yay, you got this lawyer, you got this lawyer. Everything's like, oh man, she does nothing but win. Like, okay, first of all, how poorly are things going with the council that you currently had? Like, all of these motions had been being filed, and I was told that things were going great. Like, you filed a bunch of motions that I was told are going to end up going in your favor. She filed a bunch of motions that weren't going to go in her favor because they're baseless. That's what I was told. But now you have to go out and hire this freaking attorney that is just this. Oh my God, she's the greatest attorney that could ever attorney attorneys. Like, that's what she does. She just goes out and she wins, wins, wins at any fucking cost. Like, this is her job. She just goes out and she gets you the victory. So why in the fuck didn't he get her in the first place? Why wasn't he working for, or she working for him before? Why wasn't, hello Jenny, what's up? How you doing? Why didn't he go and hire this lady before he lost in the UK? Like, I don't understand. It seems like things were going awfully poor if you had to go out and get this person who only ever wins. It doesn't seem like things are going great if you have to change up your counsel team or your lead attorney or whatever the hell is going on. That this is supposed to be some sort of phenomenal news for him in the positive. Like, this is great news. He had to go out and get another attorney. Things are going so well, he had to go get another attorney. Something about that doesn't make sense. Nothing about that sentence makes sense. If things are going well, you don't go out and get another attorney. You usually go out and get another attorney when things are not going well. At least that's how I understand regular life. But what do I know? Jenny says, PB, from what I understand, you have to request her. So she had to let him go through what happened to the UK and what is going on. Wait, what do you mean you have to request her? Like, you mean she has to request you? Like, she has to take you on? Because if I have to request her, like, is that just a matter of money? What? like if I'm requesting her. That's not if it's I'm requesting her. Like if I have to go out and hire her, why? Well, I feel like something about that's backwards. Something doesn't sit right. Anyway, Q's Queen. He still has Ben Chu. She is going to help more in the case. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I don't know everything that's going on. All I know is that he got another attorney. Things are going so well, he got another attorney. Janie Davis says PB. He was probably trying to get her from the beginning, but now they've found new evidence. She's on board because she only plays when she can win. Oh, so that's why we're supposed to take it as positive news. Because she's the type of leech attorney that only comes on board when she's guaranteed to win. Is that what everybody means? This is why this is a positive development? Because we feel we're guaranteed to win now because the leech is here? Like she showed up at the end so that she could cash her check? Because if that's the way that we're looking at it, like, oh, the one person that we know only shows up when a victory is imminent has showed up, victory must be imminent. Interesting. I mean, that's one way of looking at it. That's fair. I guess she should have showed up for the Bengals. They would have had a shot. Jenny Godden says, no, it's basically impossible to get her because she was the lawyer that was in the making of a murderer on Netflix, and that's impossible to get her. Q's Queen, she knows that Johnny is innocent and she wants to help clear his name. If that was true, she would have been on board a long time ago. Like, she's not doing this out of the goodness of her heart. That's a fact. Because if she was, she would have been on board from the beginning. Anybody who's doing it out of the goodness of their heart has been on board since the beginning. Like if you're doing it out of the goodness of, if you're like, oh man, this guy's getting screwed over, and I can use my expertise in whatever. Like, I don't care if you are the bagel delivery guy. You'd be like, man, I'm gonna be delivering this man some free fucking bagels. Like, I don't know if he even likes bagels. I have no idea if Johnny likes bagels. Let's just assume so, because, you know, with the variety of bagels that they have nowadays, you can find yourself delicious bagels. So let's just assume that there's a bagel out there that he loves, right? And this guy is going to deliver him bagels, at least during the days that he works, for free. So he ain't got to worry about at least one meal a day, every fucking day that this fucking kid fucking works, because he's going to do this out of the goodness of his heart, because he's on board about trying to clear this man. Like, you don't have to help in like maximum capacity, but you can help in your role. And if you were doing it out of the goodness of your heart, you would have been there right at the fucking beginning. But if you're just going to show up at the end, then you're most definitely a leech. And if that's what you're telling me, that she's the type of leech that shows up when victory is imminent, you're right. That's an extremely good fucking sign that she's here then. I would agree with everybody. That's a great sign. You're like, the victory leech is here. Awesome. Jenny Godden says she has so many people requesting her because she is the lawyer from that show, so it's hard to get her. Then there is the cost to get her, so he'd have to save the money to get her if she agrees. I thought she already agreed. I thought she's on the team. Is she not on the team now? I thought that's what the news was that she is being retained by him. Unless I read it wrong or misunderstood it. I thought that was the whole point. And like, well, you're the lawyer from a Netflix TV show, so that puts you at the top. How come nobody's trying to hire the lawyer from fucking Tiger King? Oh my god. That's a line from a Netflix show. Nobody's trying to like that son of a bitch. God damn it. Oh man. Like is there anybody listening from Wisconsin right now? The whole fucking making a murderer? Because I'm sure you're all like, oh yeah, man, she's excellent because she got him off. And I was like, yep, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Technicalities, getting people off. So she was good at finding a technicality. I'll give her credit for that. You gotta give people credit for doing their job good. Like, duh. Like technicalities are half the fucking job. That's why if you are an officer of the law, you got to do it by the fucking book, so people like that can't fucking get off. But whatever. People are gonna say it was fucking revenge. Yeah, I'm sure it was fucking revenge. Half the fucking people involved weren't even fucking around anymore. But whatever, whatever. Like, I don't need to see the Netflix special when I was around for everything that was fucking going on. What the fuck? Like, oh yeah, the Netflix special. That'll give you the real truth. Instead of just being around to, witness the trial in real time because I'm in Wisconsin. The fuck? Anyway, Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Good year for commercials. Fucking electric cars. I hate fucking electric cars, but their commercials for electric cars were fucking great. I'll give them that much. Right, she's on the team now. That's what I thought. Janie Davis says, Jenny, he gets stuck on the literal rules of English, so if you switch tenses, which I do, he gets confused. Yeah, it's like, why wouldn't I get stuck on that? It seems important to me. It seems very important to me. Like if you say now or future or past, like these tenses are important. Like, what do you mean the literal rules of? You mean the rules of English? Like, what are the figurative rules of English? If you can explain to me the figurative rules of English, I will click on that link. You send me that link, Janie. I want to see that link on the figurative rules of English because that'd be exciting. I would love to see the figurative rules of English. It's like you fucking get it. These are the figurative rules of English. It's the figurative rules of English. You know what the fuck I meant. These are the figurative rules of English. They're pretty fucking simple. Oh man. Oh man. They sound so angry, but in reality, they're endearing. Trust me. Trust me. You know what I fucking meant. Oh my god. That's good stuff. I love it. I love it. I love the figurative rules of English. I'm gonna have to put that up. I'm gonna make it like figurative is a long word, so I don't know how it's gonna fit on a t-shirt real well, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hughes Green says that would be a lose. LOL. I could see the turd wanting the lawyer from Tiger King. Oh my god, that would be fucking great. Oh my god, Netflix versus Netflix. Oh my god, that'd be great. I would love to see it. I would love to see that. I'd be laughing my fucking ass off. I was trying to explain why it took so long to get that lawyer. Yeah, I got it now, Jenny. I get it. I understand why it took so long to get her now. Like she was busy and she gets freaking picking the litter. You get Stephen Avery off on a technicality, you get pick of the litter. Like you get a fucking convicted killer off on a technicality. They're like, well, I guess you're pretty good at your job. I'll give her credit. Like you gotta give her credit for being good at her job, regardless of how you feel of whether or not he is or is not guilty of the crime that he was acquitted of. Like these are the facts of what happened. Like you can have your own opinion, but this is what happened. she's the one who made it happen. So kudos to her. Janie Davis says there are some weird, yeah, there's some weird law in a few. There are. Let's read it straight up and see how dumb I sound because I feel like there's a word missing. There's some weird law in a few states where you can advertise as a lawyer, so your clients have to find you. If you're on TV, more people find you and you make more money. Oh, yeah, in Wisconsin, you can advertise as a lawyer. You get lawyer advertisements all over the time. Hupie and Abraham. I have a hard time writing PB. I get that, Jenny. Like, if I were to be on the computer, like, there's a reason why the stream is open on my phone. Because if I go to type something up, I would type it on the phone because the phone is going to help me type out words that I might miss a letter or I might not know specifically how to spell in the moment while I'm typing something different to what I'm speaking. And if you're on the computer, which I'm pretty sure that you are, and you're sitting there typing on the fucking keyboard, I have mistakes left, right, and center if I was typing on a fucking keyboard. God dang. Especially like I'd be like, oh, there's an extra space. Oh, there's an extra space. Oh, there's an extra space. Son of a bitch. Well, it's too late. Just fucking hit send because these are the figurative rules of English. You know what the fuck I meant, right? Figurative rules of English. I'm right. I'm writing the fucking figurative rules of English. What do you mean you're writing them? Like you're writing a book called the fucking figurative rules of English? Is this what? What? Are you serious? Like you said that you were writing books. I know that you're writing books. Are you 100% serious? And you're writing a book that has the title The Fucking Figurative Rules of English or it's The Figurative Rules of English or something along these lines because if that's the case and you're eating chocolate, something is broken in the matrix. Like I feel like this is the case. 100% this is the case. She follows that up with law should have been laws. There are some weird laws in a few states. Oh, there's some weird laws. Gotcha. Gotcha. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're reading it as if there's not there. You're son of a bitch. God damn it, Jenny. You're reading it as there's not. Fuck, I fucked it up again. This is not a tongue twister, and it's twisting the hell out of my tongue. You're reading it as there's not, there's, it's different. Oh, I feel like I've read it correctly. I gotta go full screen. Like I'm gonna put my fingers in. You're reading it as there, not there's, it's different. Like, is there supposed to be a comma in that sentence? Or is the keyboard screwing you over again? Because that's tough for my brain to handle. Super tough. How many people added you on Twitter?
What?
How many people added you on Twitter?
I don't know, 1,000 something?
No, like I asked people, I don't know, somewhere 30, 40 minutes ago. I was like, ask General Zod why he's not on the stream tonight. Like, ask him why on the one night that the show is on live, why he's not on the stream when he's watching a movie that he can watch tomorrow night or the night after or the night after or the night after. Like, the show is only going to be live tonight, but the movie is not going anywhere ever.
Liam Neeson.
Are you still doing your show in fucking 51 minutes?
I switched it. Fucking StreamYard. I quit it.
I told you, everybody. I told you. Did I not tell you, everybody in the chat? I said there was still time to reschedule it, and it has been rescheduled.
No. What happened was I put the wrong date. It was supposed to be Monday at midnight, but when I reset it up, I put it as, I guess, tonight at midnight, which would have technically been Monday. I meant to put
No,
it
I
for
get what you
Monday at
mean.
midnight, which would
I
be
get what you
Tuesday.
mean. So
So
maybe,
no, Stevie's still coming.
like if you
He
don't
sent me.
want to confuse yourself, maybe you should set all of your shows up for 11:59 so you know what day they're on.
I should, because Stevie sent me a screenshot and he goes, "So we're going live in like 51 minutes." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I go, "Oh fucking hell!" And he sent me like the little laughing fucking thing, and I was like, "No, it's midnight tomorrow." So, no, I gotta be honest with you. So went to see that movie, and this is about a 5 or a 6. I'm a little disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay, I mean,
oh man.
hold on. The last Liam Neeson movie that you saw was what the fuck is it called? Drive Angry or Cold Pursuit? Cold Pursuit, right?
Yeah, no, the one after that I saw too, The Honest Thief, which was pretty good.
Oh, I guess I didn't even know that one existed. Fuck is that?
Oh yeah. He does this thing where he'll do like 2 really big movies and then a couple of small ones. But
Okay.
I keep up on that stuff. And so it was really good. And I was like, oh, okay. So, he's back on top of it. And this one reminded me of if you took Taken and then like a PG-13 John Wick. And yeah, it just did
Okay.
not work.
So why do I get the feeling that when you get home from seeing a Liam Neeson movie, Nicolas Cage is looking at you with a little side eye?
Oh, Nick gave me a glare. He's like,
That's what I fucking thought.
hey, I thought we were like bros, but you're seeing my competition. I go, don't worry, Nick, because I did see a trailer for his new film, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Oh my god, I can't wait for that movie.
The
It is going to be,
unbearable weight of massive talent.
yeah, it's Nick Cage playing Nick Cage in a movie about Nick Cage.
Okie dokie. Like, is it supposed to be
basically,
about his life?
no. So basically, he plays an actor who's washed up, and he hasn't had a break, and then Pedro Pascal is a super fan and invites him over to his mansion for like $1 million on his birthday. So it's Nick Cage playing essentially what he was a couple of years ago, but as himself.
And his super
But
fan
not.
is the Mandalorian.
It's yeah, with a super fan as the Mando. Like this movie can't fail, PB. All those things, this movie can't fail. This is
I
like my
mean,
number one
except
movie
they're
I'm
not
looking
gonna
forward to.
except they're not gonna have Pedro in a helmet, which 100% changes the way his voice sounds because he sounds completely different in Wonder Woman 84.
Oh yeah, but this is like the best part of Wonder Woman 84 because you know how he was like over the top in that. So picture over the top Pedro Pascal and over the top Nick Cage together.
What
That's like
can I picture them under the bottom?
uh wait. You fucking villain.
I don't
I
know what
mean,
this is in reference to. I think you did you not say hello to anybody?
no, I'm on my phone, so it's a little bit harder for me to see. I
No,
believe
that's
I
a fact.
seen Jenny, what's up? Um, Planet Q's Queen, what's up? Janie Davis, what's up? I can't see past whatever's new.
Hey, did you know Janie Davis said this? She says, I'm not serious, but it's not a bad idea. that she said she was writing the book, The Figurative Rules of English, because
Ooh,
she
that
said
sounds
that
interesting.
I follow the literal rules of English, and I was like, the literal rules? Did you mean the rules of English? Because what the fuck are the figurative rules of English? And I was like, oh, you mean the figurative rules of English, which are, oh, the figurative rules of English. You know what the fuck I meant? The figurative rules of English. Those are the figurative rules of English, aren't they? Like, if you say
Yes.
something or you type something up or whatever, and then you send it along, and then you look at it and you're like, fuck, typo, 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 and you're like, still legible. People, and then somebody texts back to you like, oh, you fucked this up, you meant this, and you're like, you fucking know what I meant. Figurative
So
rules of English, asshole.
Planet Q's Queen was referring to the fact that I fucked up the time this time, and she was looking forward to the stream. That was most certainly not going to happen because I just got home.
Yes, you done
Like,
fucked up, guy.
I was in the bedroom and I looked and I go, oh man, and you should be honored because the first thing I did, because not only did I feel bad that I was in fact not going to be on because of the Liam Neeson movie, I'm sorry, but like, you know, you never know. He could be fighting wolves, he could be fighting the elements, he could just be fighting. But anyways,
Could he be
I was like,
fighting elemental wolves?
oh my god, Hollywood, make it happen. Liam Neeson versus elemental wolves. Go.
Like they could look
We
like
need
the
to.
crystal foxes.
Oh my god, he fights the crystal foxes. I mean, he
Like,
was a Jedi.
he was a fucking Jedi. You could fight him as a ghost.
Yeah, you can fight him as a force ghost.
He force ghosted first. Why don't we ever see him as a force ghost? He's supposed to be the first one.
Yeah, he was the first ever force ghost.
Like
Yeah, that's a good
we
point.
know, like we see him the one time, right? The one time
Yeah,
when they're standing there.
uh,
That's the only time we see him.
yeah, and then we heard the shitty sound clip from like Rise of Trash. So I
Like,
mean, I can't think of another time where they ever even like showed his silhouette or whatever.
no. Like I thought there was in the prequels. I thought we see him as a force ghost once. We never see him as a force ghost in the prequels.
Once. Yeah, I do think we see him once. Or no, they said,
Or is
"Oh,
that in the Clone
Master
Wars?
Qui-Gon has something to show you," but I don't think they ever show him.
Is that's in the Clone Wars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, why the fuck
we're
didn't we
still
ever
waiting
get
for
to
that.
why didn't we ever get to see him as a ghost if he was like Yoda goes, "Hey, Obi-Wan, your master learned how to force ghost." He's like, "Oh, sweet." And then we never get to see it. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, they make a whole point inside of the scene to like pull him off to the side and be like, "Hey guy, hey guy, hey guy. Nobody's been able to do this in a super long fucking time, but your master, the one who knows you better than anybody in the entire galaxy, knows how to do it. Would you like to talk to him?" And he's like, "What? Oh, 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 yeah." And I was like, "This is gonna be awesome." And then Revenge of the Sith was over, and I was like, "The fuck? Like, what is this? I guess it's not happening now. You son of a bitch! Like you
Oh,
set
and
yourself,
thank
and
you.
you set yourself up with 2 movies for it to happen, and you were just like, nah, he's too busy fighting
They don't want
fucking
to see
wolves."
that. Yeah. Jenny, I see her. Wait, what?
Janie Davis
Please
says,
ask.
"PB, can you please ask Zod if I did the tweet right? Can you check your tweets, Zod?"
I can't. I'm on my cell phone. If I go to Twitter, it'll X me out of StreamYard because I went through the StreamYard through my Twitter.
Oh,
So
you dumb
apparently,
motherfucker. You're supposed to open in Chrome.
Yeah, that's what I did, but
Always no, it's not what you did if you said you open in Twitter. If you open it in, like, you click on the link in Twitter, and then it takes you to StreamYard in Twitter, and then in the upper right-hand corner, you click open in Chrome. And then you leave Chrome open and you can go back on Twitter and look at whatever the fuck you want. Welcome
oh
back,
well,
Lemon
that's too
Pie.
many steps now. I'm
I
too
know,
committed.
it's way too many steps for somebody who's super technologically inclined. He's like, it doesn't run on a crystal. It doesn't read my fucking mind. Although, did you see that Alexa commercial with Scarlett Johansson and whoever that guy from Weekend Update is? Because I can never remember his name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Are they married?
If he's not, he's an idiot.
Or like, I don't know if they're married or if they're just dating, but I assume that they were together. Or else, like, what are the like? Why would they film a commercial in the fashion that they did if they weren't together? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like they are together because I was only stalking her for a bit because then I switched focus to Gal Gadot for a second.
Oh my god,
You,
never,
you, you know,
never.
you gotta prioritize.
I did Black Widow.
And then every once in a while, I check in on Taylor Swift.
Oh my god! So, yeah, are you up to date on Peacemaker?
I didn't see. Is there another episode after the
Did
one
you
with
see the
the?
cow? Did you see the cow?
Just in a preview, I didn't see the episode yet. If it
Okay,
just
well
came
then you
out,
need to see the episode with the cow. He takes
because
he ta-
that's the
he
final, right? Because the one
no
I watched was
no
before.
no, the one where you see the cow at the end of the episode is the
Oh
second to
yeah,
last
I'm
episode.
caught up on that.
Yeah, so I
I thought
love
you
the
meant the
part when
episode
he
itself.
took fucking Vigilante's phone. He goes, Taylor Swift's sexy butt pics. And he goes, oh. That's not what you think. That's just because I wanted to see Taylor Swift's sexy little butt. It's like, what the fuck? Like, this guy is a certain kind of special.
Yes, I check in on Brie Larson too now that she's working out for Captain Marvel.
Whoo! Apparently, so she's getting replaced.
You know what's hilarious is that like you see a difference between like we made fun of Brie Larson for a while for the truck thing, but when you really like look at her workout regimen, she does in fact work out. I've seen the videos.
No, the
And
truck. No, the only reason we made fun of the truck thing is because it was stupid to highlight. Like, it wasn't
and it
like
was
the
on
thing
level
that she
ground.
did could have. The thing that she did with the Jeep could literally be done by a fucking 5-year-old, and I'm not joking. Like, I know
Yeah, because they put it
plenty
in
of
neutral, you put a
5-year-olds
harness
that
on.
could push and push it the easy way. She wasn't pushing it the hard. Like, if you were to turn around and try and push with your arms and legs, that's pushing the hard way. Pushing with your back is pushing the easy way. And I was like, wait a
Yes,
second, the hell? Like, why are you highlighting this? And then, like, yeah, showing some of the other stuff, pretty much every other thing that she has highlighted, whether on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, any place that she has put any type of fucking workout thing has been more impressive than that fucking Jeep thing. All of it. And I was like, why did you fucking do that fucking Jeep thing? Because you're actually doing things that are actually semi impressive, like doing the push ups with the fucking weights on it. Like, she's not a fucking bodybuilder. Like, she's just a fucking actress. Just a fucking actor.
yeah, and that's the thing. So I realized from watching that, it's like after us watching those fake photos of Amber Heard's workout and then like looking at Brie Larson, I'm like, I guess Brie Larson really did work out. Like, I was thinking about like, you know, I've really gained a new perspective on Brie Larson. Like, she's just obnoxious, but she's not she's not as bad.
Oh,
Like,
did you see her new commercial?
was that the one where the female empowerment one where she got the girl fired basically because
No, no,
she
no, no, no,
didn't
no, no, no,
fucking
no, no,
get the
no, no, no,
promotion?
no. This one has. Oh fuck! It has. Oh, who's the chick? I can never remember the actress's name, who plays Okoye in Black Panther. Yes.
Oh, that. Yeah, I know who you're talking
Okay.
about.
So she's in it. Batista's in it, and then the star of the commercial is not Brie Larson. The star of the commercial, because it's a Nissan commercial, is Eugene Levy.
Oh,
It's fucking hilarious. Oh my god, it's so fucking hilarious. But
that
then
is
I'm
interesting
sure
cast.
I'm sure people are still gonna still want to play the fucking woke angle, because at the end of the commercial, like they play it up like he's checking out this car, and then it turns into them being into a movie together, and then he's got this long ass fucking hair, and then the four of them are walking out of the movie theater together, and there's a fucking Nissan or whatever the fuck. I don't remember exactly what car it is. Like, I don't fucking care what fucking car it is. I'm not gonna fucking buy it. It's brand new. Like, give it 20 fucking years, then maybe I'll have a chance. Anyway, they're going out, and he pulls the keys out of his fucking pockets like he's walking up front, and she goes, "I'll drive," and takes the keys out of her hand, and then the other chick goes, "Shotgun." So
That's actually.
him and Batista are sitting in the back together.
See, the actress who plays Okoye, I don't have an issue with. She's very nice, like in real life. It's just fucking Black Panther soured me on 90% of that cast, except for Michael B. Jordan, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, and Claw. Those were like the ones where I was like, oh, okay. But like everybody else, I just hated because of how they wrote that script. Like, how the fuck are you the king of Wakanda? And look, I know it's family, but if you're ruling shit, like you don't let family disrespect you in your house. You're telling me while you're like fucking running the country, you're gonna let your sister like talk to you like shit in front of your subordinates. Like, remember that scene? It's like, wait, aren't you the science person? How the fuck are you telling me how I should run operations? Like, that is not your department. Your department is technology. You make the gadgets. That's it. You don't dictate the
Oh,
policies. You don't have an issue of where I deploy men or what I should do. It's like, really, bitch? Like,
see you later,
that
Landon.
fucking.
I don't know where Husky is, Jack. I have no idea where he is.
He's
I
getting
don't know
some
what he's doing.
upgrades.
He's in the doghouse napping. I would assume if it's this late and he's not here. It's my only guess. Like, I seen all the commercials, and uh,
Oh, don't spoil
Q
them.
asked me
Planet Q
not
is
to spoil them.
communication.
She asked me not to
Yep.
spoil, so I'm not gonna spoil any more of them. Like, I was gonna come on here, I was gonna talk about all of it. Like, I already talked about the Scarlett Johansson one. I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to spoil the commercials. I mean, I could if I
I
wanted
mean,
to,
at
but
this
it's not that
point,
big of a
that would
deal
be
to
the
me.
only reason for me to watch the Super Bowl. Do you think I give a fuck about the Rams or the Bengals? Like, this is
Like,
the weirdest
I didn't
fucking
give a
Super
fuck.
Bowl ever.
I mean, the only there were two storylines. I mean, three storylines really, if you wanted to play it that way. But like the quarterback storylines are the only ones that really mattered at that point, and it's the fact that Matthew Stafford, 0-3 in 12 seasons with the Lions. He leaves the Lions for one season and goes 3-0 in the playoffs, and then makes it to the Super Bowl. And then on the other side, Joe Burrow would have been the third Joe in history to win a national championship and a Super Bowl championship, like college and pros. The other two are Joe
Yeah,
Namath and Joe Montana. Like, that's quite a list to be on. But apparently you
I
have to be
mean,
named Joe to do it. Like, I don't know what other players are going to have that option in the future because, like, you win a national championship in college, those quarterbacks don't even always make it to the pros.
yeah, like, um,
Yes, I did enjoy the game. I did enjoy the game
I
today.
didn't
I thought it was a
fucking
good. I
watch
thought it
it.
was a
I
good
didn't
game.
fucking
Like
care.
the way that it played out, like one team being ahead, other team being ahead, other team coming back. Like, yeah, it's a good game. Like we got me being a football fan got spoiled in the playoffs. Being that divisional round was good, championship round was good, Super Bowl was good. There were no blowouts. Everything was a close game. But I picked it wrong. I said that the Rams were going to win by 5-6, and they won by 3. But I was close. I was fucking close.
I mean, I was like, yeah, Liam Neeson movie or even Super Bowl. I'm like, Liam Neeson, but now thinking about it, I probably will lean more towards Super Bowl just to watch the commercials because I really don't care about. Okay, so I have a personal reason for really not giving a fuck about this game. When I was on a
I
boat, we
scouted
had a
out for
friend of
Cincinnati. I get it.
yeah, my friend Housen, he fucking loved Cincinnati, and I told him Cincinnati wouldn't get into the Super Bowl until the day I died, and I'm like waiting for his phone call now because this motherfucker, like, I could picture at his house. He has been saying, like, I shit you not, PB, for like 10 years. This guy's been holding on, and telling us all, and we all called him crazy. He was like, you just wait and see the restructuring this year. That used to be his fucking line. Like every year, it'd be like, "How's him? What happened to Cincinnati?" He's like, restructure. They'll get it next year. I'm like, you're so full of fucking shit. Everybody who says restructuring,
You
that
have
just
to
means the team
restructure
sucks.
when Marvin Lewis is your head coach. He ain't the head
I
coach
was like,
anymore.
I said, to restructure that, you're gonna have to blow everything up and start over again. I guess they did. Like,
They
what the
did.
fuck happened this season? Like, did they really get rid of
No,
everyone? Because
they didn't really get rid of everyone. Like last season, Joe Burrow was a rookie, and then he hurt his knee, and then this season he did not hurt his knee, and they still only went 10-7. Like they're only 3 games above 500, but they won their division. Like they had a competitive division, they won their division, and then they made a good playoff run and made it to the Super Bowl. I mean, he ended up beating. I think he beat Ben Roethlisberger. He beat Patrick Mahomes, and oh fuck, who was the other one that he beat? There was
wait,
one
Big
other
Ben
good
is
one
still
in there.
alive?
He 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 just retired.
I was gonna say, like, holy fuck, he's still like Ben, hang it up. Let somebody else
He
let it
got
go,
more
Ben.
super. He's got more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's not like, see, there's some players who's like, yeah, one more, like Peyton, for instance, getting a Super Bowl. That's cool. I was like, yeah, it was a while. He should go out on a high note. But
He
how
got
many does Ben have?
he got
It's like, do you
he
need
got
another
2 of them.
one?
Who?
I mean, Ben, I was like, do you really need to hang on this hard? Like, you've done it, buddy. It's kind of like Brett Favre.
I
Like,
mean, it's one of those. I feel like with guys like him, not necessarily Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady is the exception to any norm that you would want to put on any player, offensive, defensive, special teams. It doesn't fucking matter. Like any norm you want to put on a player, you can exclude him. But I would say in his position, like you want to prove to everybody that you can still do it because he won both of his freaking Super Bowls like in the first 5 years of his career. So
yeah,
he played the next 10 and didn't win squat. So he's like, I can still do it, guys. Oh!
Rose, I'm not knocking your quarterback because she put Zod. Don't knock my QB. He retired. No, I'm not knocking him. I'm saying there's just sometimes those guys who like hang on, and it's like you did something that like people don't realize, or I don't think I think they know, but they don't know. You know what I mean? Like we could sit here and talk shit about the quarterbacks and things like that, teams we don't like. But in all honesty, like, do you know how fucking hard it is to get to the Super Bowl and then to win it? So if you win one or two, like you're fucking ahead of the game. Like you have done something very few people can do. And if you're that guy to do it, and whatever you want to call it, the magic happens, the stars align, you just happen to have the right lineup, the right team that year, the coaches staff is on their game, whatever the case may be, it's still fucking hard. And I really believe that, yeah, some of it's skill, but I mean, can we both agree? Like, some of it's luck too. Like, how many games have we seen where that motherfucker was luck? Like, you like look at that and you go, that could have swung either way very easily. Especially like a game like tonight, right? They won by 3 points. That, like, when you think about that, honestly, that's not a game where you can go, oh, they had it on a lock. You know what I mean? That could have
Oh,
went
for sure.
anyway. We could be talking. I could be getting that fucking annoying call that I was expecting like 3 in the morning from my friend going, I fucking told you, but he's not going to call me for the next 10 years until the team's back in a Super Bowl. You know what I mean, man? Like,
The people in the chat, except for Rose, because she's talking football, they aren't even talking about what we're talking about. They're talking about whatever they want.
see,
This,
but isn't
I
that the
said
great
this.
thing?
This came up. Fucking, were you not here last week? You were here last week, weren't you? And the same fucking thing
Yeah,
came up, and they're like, they're
yeah.
ignoring us. And I was like, didn't you see this? The chat is ignoring us. The chat's not ignoring us. The chat says Brady is thinking of doing a Favre and coming back in 2022. That's what I said earlier today when my mother came back home, and I don't know, she got home a little after halftime or right at halftime, something like that. And they're like, oh, well, he's the oldest player in the league, talking about, was it Andrew Whitmore, I think it is. He's the left
Hmm.
tackle for the Rams. And they're like, unless Brady unretires, I was like, that's called Brett Favre syndrome. Because you get that
Like,
football
here's the
itch.
thing, though.
You think you ain't got to do nothing, you ain't got to do nothing. And then fucking July and August roll around and you're like, fucking, hey, man, I'm just sitting around. I'm just sitting around. I got to fucking do something. And you're like, I need to go play football. And you're like, can I come back? And if you're Tom Brady, you're like, well, I got 3, 4, 5 teams that I could call and be like, hey, you guys need a quarterback for a season? I did it with Tampa Bay. I can do it for you too. He can do that
Like,
now. He
yeah,
can literally do that. If you can say, I showed up for Tampa Bay for one season and won them a Super Bowl, I can do it for you too. Who isn't going to take that deal if you're starting, somebody like, I don't fucking know, Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is not special.
like that's the thing. Like, but I feel like there's a distinct difference, because we were talking about Ben versus Brady, because Brady is fresh off of his victory, retiring and stuff like that. Ben got to the mountain twice. It's like unfinished business for him, where Brady would just be, I'm bored and I want to win another ring. And if he wanted to, he probably fucking could. And
What's
I'm
up,
not even
Happy
a fan of
Dino?
Tom Brady. I
How
hate
are
that
you
he's
not
so
a
good
fan of
looking.
Tom Brady?
I hate that he's so good looking. I hate that he has a hot wife.
I mean, I'm impressed with the fact that he's been able to harness Benjamin Button syndrome or Benjamin Button
Dude,
disease.
yeah, exactly. That motherfucker doesn't get. He gets handsomer. How the fuck does that happen? How does that
I
happen,
mean,
UD?
something what really doesn't make any sense, and I don't know if you heard me already. Hello, Happy Dino. What really doesn't make any sense is he has only gotten hit more. Like, even if he doesn't get hit more in a season than he did in the previous season, like if he got sacked only 35 times instead of 40, he still got sacked 35 more times than he had been total in his career. So every season, this motherfucker gets hit more and more and more and more and looks younger every fucking year. Like, what? How do you do that? Like,
And
I need
statistically,
to
you should
start
be
eating.
fucked up every time.
Right, I should be eating more avocado toast.
I don't know. Maybe it's the secret of fucking a supermodel. Maybe that's what we're missing.
That's what we're. You think that's the fountain of youth?
It's got to be. I mean,
Why does it gotta be? You think there are other people out? I feel like there are a lot of people out there that are having sex with supermodels that look older now than they did 20 years ago. You get what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
you know,
Like
but Nick Cage has only dated supermodels, and look how he's doing.
he looks
That
old as
motherfucker's having a
fuck.
renaissance.
I've seen. Okay, he's having a renaissance, and his renaissance make him look old as fuck, man. You see what he looks like in Big?
Yeah, but like, look at
He look
in his new
old as
movie.
fuck. He look like he could die at any moment now. God dang.
But then check out his new movie.
Wait,
He
wait,
looks
wait,
like
wait.
young
Whoa,
Nick
whoa.
Cage.
Hold on, hold on. You can't hear me, can he?
What?
You can't hear me, can he?
Oh no. I'm
Okay.
in the other room.
Whew. That's close.
Because he'll come to your door and be like, "What are you saying about me looking old?" Because I will launch a nuke at you. I did it in The Rock. I'm the only person to still act with Sean Connery.
It wasn't a
Before he
nuke.
died.
It wasn't a nuke. It
Oh,
was a
I know it
chemical
was a
fucking
VX.
weapon.
Yeah, it was VX-90 gas. It was the shit they used in Russia. You know, that was an actual gas too. That shit is terrible. They sent reports on it.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Like it does exactly what they say, or like I mean, they show you as close as they can in the movie. They don't show you all of it. Like it turns you inside out.
Yeah, that's some nasty shit. It's just like, you know, you're bored in Russia when you think of some shit like that. Like, I just think about these weapons and I go, how fucking bored do these people have to be to sit there and go, you
Good
know,
morning.
let's just.
Good morning, Kaffa.
Oh, good morning, Kafa. How are you? Good to see you.
She's headed for work, so she'll only be here for like a moment. But she'll shred the like button. Shred the like button, everybody. I'd appreciate that, especially you, who's not talking in the chat. I know that you're listening, especially since Zod showed up. I know that you follow. You're like, oh, he's on the internet. He's on the internet. Code blue. Code blue. I don't know why it's a code blue for when you go on the internet, but that's what I was told. And then they just follow you. And as soon as you leave, boom, that one fucking person disappears. But they never say anything in the chat. But you can also shred the like button. You son of a bitch.
It's like, it's really weird too because I've never been in that position. From our humble beginnings, it's so weird now that I like will have the people, even the lurkers, who will just follow and like I know they're there, they're listening. They'll even make a comment. That's agitating too. What really does annoy me, and I appreciate everybody, by the way, who makes comments, but I hate the people who comment on your video, but they don't leave any engagement, like a like or anything. And it's just like, so you bitched about how wrong I was. Could you at the very least give me a thumbs down or like you already watched the video to be mad at me. You've already left a comment. Just just go that extra step further. It's not that fucking hard. I will, your dislike won't show up for anybody else, but I'll see it.
That's so
I'll know.
sad.
It's like, when I think about this thing, because we never really talked about this. When I think about this, like, what the fuck did this accomplish? I took those dislikes as a point of pride. Like, we were very proud about how many Snyder fans downvoted your video. That was like our talk. That was our selling point for your video, and now it's gone.
Totally.
We don't.
It's gone. Do they show up? Do they show? Like on old videos, has those disappeared? On old videos? Now I gotta look. Fuck.
I think they have, because I know I haven't seen them on the new ones, but I don't go because some of my old videos I haven't been to in a while. But every once in a while, I'll watch them because I like to just see mistakes I've made. And yeah, I think
It's
that
easy
this
to find the Snyder videos on the Prophet channel because we have the popular upload section, and the top 3 ones are Snyder videos. But one is about
that
that
is
dumb.
so
But
sad.
one is about that dumb bitch too. That was my attempt at an Amber Heard video, but I was like, "Fuck you, Zack Snyder, you dickhead." I'm trying to be not so mean. A
I mean,
dickhead's a nice way of putting it. Anyway,
to be
let's.
fair
I know
though,
this one had a bunch of dislikes. It doesn't show any of the dislikes.
sad day. What about the people who make videos just to intentionally get people upset? How are they going to measure that there were some YouTubers who literally wrote that.
Actual fucking tears. Actual fucking tears. You have no
What's
idea.
his
I have to
face?
wipe them away. I gotta take my glasses off now. God damn it. I didn't think that was going to happen. Now it says there's no dislikes on the video. It says that you look at the Zack Snyder video and it goes, oh, it's got 300 views. It's got 20 likes. No dislikes. No fucking dislikes. There are a whole bunch of dislikes on that motherfucker, you assholes. You fucking assholes.
Now they have to go into the comment section just to see the venomous hate. I answered back
Right?
some of those comments myself. I was like, this is so fucking. And look, unlike you, I don't dislike Zack Snyder. As a matter of fact, as a director, I think he's all right. I mean, very self-indulgent now, but back in the day, I liked his stuff. And even some of the DC stuff I don't have an issue with, not like you. But I can even admit, there's the, and I hate it, because when I say I like Zack Snyder, they automatically put me in that group, and I go, no, there's a big difference. There's me who watches Zack Snyder's movies, and I like them. I'm an occasional watcher. I mean, it's not on my replay list for most of them, but I'll come back. I watched 300 the other day, but I mean, I got those movies, and then there's these fucking crazy people, these fucking crazy dude. They're almost like cultists with the way that they'll sit there and they'll try to use source material on me, PB, on me. On fucking me.
What?
The guy, yes, the guy who, if they watch
How
my
does that
fucking video,
make you feel? How does it make you feel when they're in the source material? Because that always comes at the front end of a comment. Trust me, I am
oh, it
well
does.
aware when somebody's going to reference the source material, they always say in the source material or well in the source. You always literally hear the phrase source material at the beginning of the comment. And then I start to laugh, and I was like, well, this is a different universe, and yours is shit.
Like,
You
and
suck,
here's the
Zach.
thing.
You suck.
And here's the thing.
And
I
stop the Asian hate.
yeah. And here's the thing. They reference all of this stuff, but the funny part about that argument, and this is coming from someone who knows the fucking source material, right? They don't realize he picked and choose stuff from that himself. If you really watch some of those movies, he did follow source material, but 3 or 4 very different comics. That's why when you look at it, sometimes it doesn't make sense. it's cool to grab Elseworld stuff and, things that aren't canon. But when you take 3 different stories that aren't canonical and try to mash them together,
Lemon Pie says, I got source material in my pants.
I knew Lemon 5 was going to make some kind of wise ass comment. But
I
yeah,
love it.
but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
There's a difference because, look, even
Zack
Marvel,
Snyder
right?
was incompetent and fell off a cliff. That's what he meant to say. There must be a typo there, Happy Dino. It's okay. I've been having to weed through typos all night, like other people have had typos for other reasons. I don't know your reasons for typos, but Zack Snyder was incompetent and fell off a cliff during Batman v Superman. I get it.
But yeah, like I was saying, the thing that these people fail to mention is that it's not necessarily that he pulled from the source material, but it's he picked and chose the ones that he liked, which nothing wrong. Directors do that, right? Creative license, but he picked ones that don't go together. So you sit here and you make a story, and people like yourself too, and a lot of other people who critique the movies, they'll go, "Oh, um, well, this was in here, this was in here." But if you look at what they're referencing, everybody will give you a different reference and they'll all be right. You want to know why? Because he picked 4 different fucking stories, none of which mesh together. And he tried to mesh them together. It's like taking puzzle pieces, right, that don't fit and just
Yes,
jamming
but
them in there anyways.
that is the anti-genius that is Snyder.
But see, he knows he'll make everybody happy because
How?
he's
When?
grabbing from something.
Where? Like I
Well,
can't be
the
no
crazy,
no no no. This is
the
not
crazy
like
fans.
this is not like fucking Boba Fett where I was like, oh well this scene pissed me off, but then I was like, this fucking set piece was real fucking cool. Not every day do you see somebody ride a Rancor through town.
I
You know,
usually say that's not what happened in the comic books. Yep, I say the same thing.
but that's not what happened in the comics. You know what else didn't happen in the comics? A comic book movie.
See, the only thing I find fault in your logic is I get what you're saying. Yes, if you wanted an exact copy of the comic, you could just go out and buy it. I get that point. Like, you could see that with Watchmen. If you watch Watchmen, it's pretty much a 1-for-1 adaptation of the fucking comic, except for the ending because it wouldn't have worked because it was set in the 80s, so he had to modernize it. That I understand, but that was pretty much a shot for shot of the comic book, right? And people still didn't fucking like it because you could just get the comic. So I
So
understand your premise. My complaint
you're
with
right.
source material is
You're right.
the
What I want, what I would prefer, is a wholly original story where they're not going, oh well, we pulled from this comic book and we pulled from that comic book, and you're like, oh man, that's where they got this scene from, and you can literally grab like a frame of the screen, like boom, and be like, oh, you can match that up with this one literal comic book frame, and be like, there it is.
no.
This is
See,
that scene.
my issue is okay.
I would
When
love a
I say
wholly
source
original story.
material,
I don't think there is any wholly original comic book movie out there. I don't think there's
no.
any
When I
wholly
say
original TV show out there.
no, when I say source material, okay, this is what I mean.
Oh fuck.
All right. If you're going to pull from a particular story and then change it to fit the mold, that's fine. Make tweaks. I've already read the story. That's not my issue. My issue is when they change the character, but they want to claim that's the same character.
Hello, Rebecca.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you want to adapt this story with this character, then if you're claiming it's the character, you got to have the same character traits. I'm not saying necessarily the actor has to act the same or whatever else, but they should keep the character traits of what you're adapting. Some things have to be preserved if you're claiming that's what you're adapting. Otherwise, you're fucking not. And just make something completely new. That's my argument behind it.
Happy Dino 8000 says, I was told BVS was adapting Dark Knight Returns. And I'm like, bitch, he adapted an entire comic shop.
Yeah, like BVS was actually, it was Elements, and I've had this argument too. And look, I am not a fan of BBS, especially that has, and I think me and you have both agreed on this because we're fans of the greatest Lex Luthor ever made. But
Oh
that
my God.
has the
There's
worst
Lex Luthor in it?
fucking
That's
Lex.
right. I
That
always
is
try
the
to
worst
fucking
Lex Luthor.
remember, like, oh shit. He is the
Jesse
worst
fucking
part of that
Eisenberg,
entire fucking movie. And I don't have
dude.
any fucking, I don't have any problem with Jesse Eisenberg. Like,
No, he's a
I
great
know,
actor.
no, like, right, like, there's multiple movies that I've seen him, or have seen him in, where I was like, wow, he did a good job. He did a good job. He did a good job. I was like, I will watch this again. Like, I can't think of them off the top of my fucking head. But if I went and looked at the list, I'd be like, yeah, I've seen this one multiple times, this one, like, there's a list of them. But him playing that fucking role and, like, just the look, like, looking at Jesse Eisenberg, I could see how he could be Lex Luthor. I was like, okay, I could see how it could work. And then it didn't at all.
Yeah, and Lemon Pie had a point. He played him more like the Social Network than Lex Luthor. Like, he had that same, like, eccentric kind of thing. And you know what, PB? I don't know if you remember BVS, because it's always been fresh in my mind.
This is a fact. Except
But
he, for some odd reason, like, he spelt great with 2 O's and a D. I don't get that. That's weird. Like, Henry Cavill was
like,
a great Superman, trapped in awful scripts and editing.
that's what I was gonna
His
say.
father's
See,
supposed to
I
die of
don't
a
know.
fucking heart attack.
See, I don't know. I agree with Happy Dinosaur and Lemon Pie on both their points. Like, I feel like in this case, you know how you can watch a movie and you can point out the actor and
I
go, "Oh
don't.
yeah, their acting is terrible." In this case, I feel like it was the direction. The direction for
I don't
both
know,
Henry
Q's
Cavill.
Queen. Oh, I agree with you on that one. Like, I couldn't tell you, like, if this was like him taking inspiration from something and then putting it on the screen, and they were like, "Well, that's what Jesse decided to go with," I feel like I'm more inclined to agree with your take on it just now, and say that it was the directing saying, "We want you to be a little more boisterous. We want you to go over the top. We want you to lose it." Like, okay, last Lex Luthor before him is Kevin Spacey, right? 2006?
Yep.
Right?
And what was Kevin
2006?
Spacey? He
Is
was
that
he
2006?
was a little over the top. Yeah,
He goes over
he
the
was over
no,
the
but
top in
no,
that
but
one.
he loses it in one scene, I think.
Yeah,
Is that
it was when
there's
when
one
he had
scene
his
where
son.
he's I thought it was shit. I thought it was he loses it in one scene when they were on that fucking island that he just made. Like, it was the first chunk that had just popped out of the fucking ocean.
Oh, I'd have to watch it. It's been a while
It's
since
been
I've
a
watched
long
that movie.
time since I watched that fucking movie,
Yeah,
which
it's been
I
a
don't love it, but I like it. Like,
I didn't think it was as bad as people said. Like, I was like, after BVS, I'm like, no, Brandon
no,
Routh was doing all
the
right.
thing that I like about Brandon Routh Superman in that movie is the deliberateness of it. Like, everything just snap of the fingers happens because he's Superman. Like, when the scene where everybody's shooting at him and he gets shot in the eyeball, like that sweet scene, and it bounces off of his eye. Like, you get that moment.
Oh yeah, that was a great scene. Some great
Right, like,
camera work in CG.
right, like that is the great moment. But that entire scene, he just goes around and like one shots all these motherfuckers because they're regular fucking people. And it's just like boop 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 boop. And there's no like dicking around. And I feel like there was a whole lot of that in this movie where he wasn't like dicking around. Like he was like, I mean, it starts off with him landing a fucking plane, doing the best that he could, and I was like, well, he landed in an open area. Give him a break, man. He saved everybody, and I mean, as far as I could tell, nobody in the stadium got hurt. So give him a fucking break, right?
It's like when and that's the thing I hate about BVS the most is like it does have a lot of cool moments like that. Like seeing Batman fuck up those people in that warehouse and straight kill them, like that was a cool moment. And I'm not gonna lie, like for as much shit as they gave him, I'm sorry, I disagree with a lot of people. I think Ben Affleck was a great Batman, like with the way he delivered his lines, like do you bleed? Like that was that was pretty badass. Like it was like, I got one question. Do you bleed? I was like,
I haven't seen
bro, that was
Kingsman's movies, but from what I've seen of them, I feel like this would be a good choice.
oh
You've seen
yeah.
these movies, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I like the first one. I'm not on board with, but the first one was very good. That fucking church scene is probably one of the best fighting slash like gun, I guess gun fu kind of scenes I saw before John Wick. Like that church scene is the most just straight up fucking brutal thing I saw put to screen. Like little fucking kids get popped in the head because like everyone in the church goes mad and like dude kills like everybody, like fucking women, children. Like it was a pretty and Samuel L. Jackson's got the best line where he's like, "This ain't a comic book movie, motherfucker," and shoots him. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, dude, Samuel L. Jackson was a great bad guy. Like, he does a good guy, but he did a fantastic bad guy. Like, he was really fucking good in that movie. See, I disagree,
Hold on,
Ben
hold
Affleck
on.
doesn't annoy me. I think he's a very underrated actor, especially now. He's done some great movies. That movie, The Tender Bar, with him and Christopher Lloyd that I just watched, that movie was fucking phenomenal. Like, and that movie that was on my top 10 list, uh, the basketball movie with him in it, based on a true story. That was fucking good too. And it was really personal because he's a bad alcoholic, and it was basically about an alcoholic coach who gets, beats alcoholism to teach these people. And the fucked up part about that movie is it doesn't have a happy ending. Like, dude, like it was the anti Remember the Titans because like Remember the Titans, it like the dude died, but for the most part, it had a happy ending. You got to see like, and they were playing "Ain't No Mountain High, Ain't No Valley
Which
Low."
dude
Like,
died?
yeah, the white dude when they were at his funeral because
Fuck,
that
I don't
him and the
remember
black
that
guy were
goddamn movie. It's probably been longer that I've seen that movie than frickin' Superman Returns.
yeah. Well, I mean that was pretty good. That was pretty good movie because they
I
all
need to
gathered
read
for
this comment. Janie Davis says Smallville has the best Lex Luthor, Lois and Clark has the best Clark Kent, and the Christopher Reeves movies has the best Superman. And that's only
I'd
because she
agree with
has
all that.
she only has a yeah, but she's got a hard on for Dean Cain.
I mean, I don't disagree.
I was about to say
Dean Cain had
I was
charisma.
about to say who doesn't.
I mean, Dean Cain, he's an interesting actor because I don't know if you've seen him in other stuff, but I've seen him in other things. There's something about him, and he just has like a certain way,
Yeah,
like a screen.
didn't he host Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Oh yeah, watched every episode.
Okay, man.
Like,
Loved it. I loved it.
I
I
was
was
like,
like, fucking Superman telling me what's fake and what's not fake. These spectacular fucking stories coming from fucking Superman. Like, I don't fucking care. Like you are Superman. Like you're Superman forever. All these people, unless you become another character that overshadows your time as Superman. Sorry about that, Brandon. Like you're Mr. Palmer.
like Brandon Routh to me, like I like the crossover where he did the Fallen Kingdom Superman.
I
Like
mean,
I think he
but
did
it's not the same as it's not the Superman that he played in the movie though.
but yeah, that's what. But I was just gonna say, but if you ask me like who Brandon Routh is, I'm not gonna say Superman. I'm gonna go Ray Palmer.
Right,
Like
he's the Atom.
he's the Atom. Like I never thought they'd ever fucking put Atom to screen, and then I never thought they'd get anyone to actually play him really well. And Brandon
And,
Routh came along
and
and said, "Hold my
then
beer."
I never thought that they were gonna have it be somebody who was already one of their characters. What the fuck?
It's like, yeah, it was like because if you play that wrong, he comes off as just like a knockoff Tony Stark, basically, because that's what he's supposed to be the equivalent of.
Okay.
And, yeah, like if you look at DC or Marvel, they both
Because yeah,
have
I never
characters.
I mean, the limited exposure that I had of him watching Justice League, right? Because that's Justice League at the end of Justice League when they have to use the fucking shrink ray to hide from the android, right?
Yep. I remember that episode. That was one of my favorite.
It's awesome. And they're like, oh, well, we've talked him down and he's good now and he's not going to destroy the universe. And I was like, that's nice, Dr. Fate. Thank you.
Lemon Pie. I agree. The Town was one of my favorite Ben Affleck movies. Oh my god,
What about the
that
accountant?
movie.
What about the accountant?
The Accountant is
Yeah, or
fucking
Dogma.
great too.
Fucking hell, man. He's a fuck.
Dogma was great too. I love Dogma.
I
Dude,
think
I
Dean Cain
remember.
has some Nick Cage vibes in that he only sucks when edited poorly.
Yes. Yes.
That happens?
So true.
That happens? I've never seen
Yeah.
Dean Cain edited poorly.
There's been some movies and stuff he's done. Yeah, they've not done any
I mean,
favors.
I've not seen every single Dean Cain movie, just like I've not seen every single movie that anyone's made ever.
I have, and you know who.
Yeah, Brie Larson.
I'm probably the only one who's seen even
Every Brie
the
Larson movie. That's weird.
No, I've seen every Brie Larson movie, but let's be real, she hasn't done that very. She's not like Nicolas Cage. She doesn't have like a library of like 1,000 movies. She's got like 10 at most.
Libraries.
Shut the fuck up.
You know,
You know what I watched the other day, and I forgot. So I have had underlining feelings for Brie Larson, and it dawned on me. I was watching Scott Pilgrim. And I was like,
yeah, Scotty Pilgrim.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man,
Who's that hot chick in Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, and I was like, motherfucking Brie Larson.
Goddamn right, you goddamn right.
Do you realize
that was before her boobs grew in.
You had two ridiculously hot women in that. You had Kate Winslet and Brie Larson.
Like Kate Winslet ain't got none on Brie Larson. Oh, you fucking kidding me? What?
Or not Kate Winslet. Kate. The one from fucking Suicide Squad or Birds of Prey. Kate. Was it Kate Winslet? What's her fucking name?
I don't fucking know.
I blanked out.
What movie? Scotty Pilgrim? Let's find out.
No, it was Elizabeth. Elizabeth Weinstein.
Let's look at
That's
the
her name.
cast for Scotty Pilgrim. Brie Larson was in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, that's what I said. She plays the girlfriend that Scott Pilgrim broke up
Mary
with.
Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes, you had both of them in the same fucking movie, and they both look good.
What's this chick from? What is she known for?
Mary Elizabeth Weinstead. She's
Yeah.
in a lot of movies, dude.
I don't know her from anything.
She was in Birds of Prey.
She's in Final Destination 3. I know this movie. I've never seen Birds of Prey, guy.
Oh,
should I have seen Birds of Prey? Should I have seen Birds of Prey? Why?
She played Huntress.
Why should I have seen Birds of Prey? Because this random
just because she plays Huntress.
She's super skinny.
Oh, she was fucking up. Huntress is not buffed. Have you seen her? Look how she is skinny. She's skinny and short.
No, but I remember her in Final Destination 3. Than her. She's the main character in Final Destination 3. She's the one who sees the visions.
I know. I've seen most of her movies too. Even that fucking horrible one where she's in Japan on Netflix. Kate or some shit. Don't watch it. It was fucking terrible. I was like, not even Mary Elizabeth Weinstein can save this movie. It was like, oh my God. It was like, how do I describe it? It was like, what's the worst Fast and Furious? Tokyo. It was like Tokyo Drift mixed with some kind of weird Japanese movie that had a white person as a protagonist. That in Japan, it was fucking weird. None of it worked. If you ever want to like feel like you're on a massive amount of drugs, watch the movie Kate for like 5 seconds. Get really stoned though, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" There's so many fucking colors for no reason. Like she plays an assassin and she gets poisoned, and she's got to figure out who poisoned her. But like for some reason, they light up fucking Japan like they're all like techno-colored all the time, and even Japanese people were like, "Yeah, this is not
it's
Japan."
A lady boner.
It was like, yeah, I love the remake of The Thing. I don't care what people said, and I'm a huge fan of The Thing. The only problem, and it wasn't a remake, it was a prequel. I hate when people say that. It's not a remake. It came before the original Thing. It literally leads into the first movie.
Oh, the remake of The Thing.
Yeah.
Why is it not a remake?
She was the... Huh? It's not a remake. It's a prequel. It's literally the story of that is right before the dog gets to Kurt Russell's base. So the mindfuck is when I first watch it, they promoted it like it was a remake.
Promoted what?
But then when you get to the ending, you realize, oh shit, this isn't the remake. This was the Norwegian base that Kurt Russell visits in the first movie. So it's actually a prequel.
There's a remake, but it's a prequel.
No, there was nothing remade about it. A remake is
What's it called?
You remaking
What's it called?
The first movie.
What's it called?
It's called The Thing.
Okay, let me
2018 or whatever when it was made.
Let's search this up on the old movie searching website. THE.
Oh no, Rose, that's okay. It's just one of my pet peeves. I got into so many because Thing purists out there were all like, "Oh, it destroys the first movie," and it's like, well, it can't because it's not a remake of the original. It's literally like the beginning of the story before the original movie.
So you got the Thing from 1982, and then you got the Thing from 2011.
Yeah, the 2011 Thing is actually like if you watch that, you can watch the one from 1982, and they lead into each other. Because the end of the 2011 version is them chasing the Husky into the base, and the base they're going to is the one that Kurt Russell is at. So the whole time,
the Thing is in the dog.
Yeah.
And then the thing goes into Kurt Russell?
No. Kurt Russell fucks it up. He
No,
lights that
the thing,
motherfucker on fire
no, the
with
thing
all the
is
dogs.
in Kurt. No, the thing is in Kurt Russell at the end of the movie and survives.
No. That's the mystery behind why we've been arguing for like what 30 years about it, because we don't know if
40.
it was in Child's or if it was in
1982. It's 2022. 40 years.
it's been 40 years. Oh my God, we're getting old. Yeah, so 40 years we've been everyone's been debating if Kurt Russell was the thing or if Goliath was the thing. Keith David.
I mean, Kurt Russell's definitely the thing.
How do you figure he's the thing? Because he beat it in the
Hello, Sherry. How are you doing? Welcome.
Hey, Sherry. I mean, okay, let me put it this way. Did you fucking watch the original thing?
Of course not.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Why
You
would
should
I
watch it.
Why would I watch the movie when I can just watch people speculate on whether or not the thing is alive or not, depending on how they react to the alcohol, and that's how you know that it's in Kurt Russell.
No, because at the end of it, they don't really say. It's kind of just a long shot, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just wait it out." But see, here's the thing: if it was in one of them, they both drank the alcohol. So, I mean, you could be right, because if Keith David was actually the thing, they both drank from the same bottle, and it's transmitted through saliva as well. So, I mean,
Saliva.
who knows?
Wait, how do they transmit it through a band? Thank you. I'll be here till the end of this. Oh, and he hit the back button. Ain't that a bitch? 1982, The Thing is a remake of The Thing from Another World, 1951, which also popped up when I searched for The Thing. And I was wondering if that was also The Thing. So I read that comment. Did you get that? It's a remake from 1951.
Yeah, the thing from another world. But I don't count that one because that is it's not. I don't think, and I've had this argument. I don't believe it's the best made movie. But people would be like,
It's not.
"Oh,
It's made in 1951. It's not the best made movie.
you know what I hate?" Okay, this is what I hate this argument that because a movie's older, it gets some kind of pass about how it's aged. You know what I mean? Like, you ever have people who show you
No. Some of them are shit, and some of them, like, if you make it in, like, fucking, God, what's the fucking Christmas movie? Fucking Miracle on 34th Street, yes? Right?
Yeah,
It's in fucking black and white. Like, how fucking old is that goddamn movie? It's made in the
but it's still
40s or
great.
something? It's made in the 40s, right?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. So, with the way that it's shot, like the sets and the scenes, the way or the angles that they use, like I'm not a cinematographer. I don't know how to set all of this stuff up perfectly. Like if you set it up and then I looked at it after the fact and I was like, "Oh, let's drop it down 10 degrees and see what it looks like." Like I could probably do something like that. But to set it up originally, fuck, I wouldn't know what the fuck I was doing. But they knew what the fuck they were doing in that fucking movie because it still looks like something beautiful today because they weren't going outside of what was fucking possible. Like if you like look at any fucking Godzilla movie,
Yep.
they look terrible. They just do.
Yep.
They're all they're They're completely fucking ridiculous, and that's why you love them when you're a fucking little kid. And if you fucking watch them now, it's because you fucking are doing it exclusively for the nostalgia hits.
Yeah, that's my point. I hate movies that get some kind of pass because of the nostalgia behind it. Like, you can do a 80s
No,
remake and
no,
have it better than that. What
you
happened?
don't get a pass for nostalgia, but you do get points for nostalgia.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I could definitely like for instance. Okay, so I was watching Wes Craven's Last House on the Left, and there was a remake of the Last House on the Left that has a significantly better cast and blah blah blah. It's basically a shot for shot, just modern. I think it was like in 2010, and I like the remake over the original because while Wes Craven is one of my favorite directors and the movie's classic, when you watch the movie itself, it doesn't make sense. And what the new version did was a lot of the things that connect to each other made more sense. And you had Aaron Paul in it from Breaking Bad, who Jesse Pinkman, and you had uh, the other fucking guy. He was in Burn Notice. He's another guy, but you had better actors playing these roles, and the parents' motivations and why they got revenge. It all made sense. So when you got to the points where you got to, it flowed a lot better. So I like that remake better. But I watched the original because Wes Craven did it, and he did Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, it's interesting to see that was one of his first movies, and then you see Nightmare on Elm Street, and you go, "Wow, how'd you get from this fucking movie, which is clearly not shot by someone who's got their style down?" And then you watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and you go, "This guy's a fucking master." And I find it like fascinating. Like that was like a 2 or 3 year gap, and then all of a sudden you see like how fucking better he got. It is like day and night difference. So I mean, I find that interesting, but I still think that movie's shit. Like it's not a good movie at all. But it's laser
This
blast
is a
screaming.
sentiment that I can agree with. Remake shit that sucks like Laser Blast, Screaming Skull, Robot versus the Aztec Mummy, and Space Mutiny. Remake bad movies you can improve on.
Yes, that I 100% agree. Like there's
I would
some
say
movies.
go the library of history is so fucking vast. Like just go back, just pick a fucking be like, and we've spun the wheel and we've hit the 60s. All right, we need to find a movie that made less than $500,000 in the month of August and go. And how many could you fucking find? You'd be like, okay, well, remake this one. Boom. Like, why are we not remaking movies that were trash? Being like, well, we can remake this one and it won't be trash now because we can actually remake it good. Like, imagine if the original trilogy of Star Wars was made at the sequel trilogy time, what it would look like.
I mean, I have no doubt it would probably look. See, that's a 50-50 because I don't think the original trilogy really looks bad, especially given the techniques that
no. Like,
it looks shiny.
Really it really fucking killed me the first time that I fucking watched it. And he turns the fucking lightsaber and it disappears on the camera, and I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't know though. It still
points right at the fucking camera and it disappears entirely, and I was like, the hell's going on there?
I think with the shit with Han Solo shooting Guido and like the dude's arm getting ripped off and stuff, I think you can make those kinds of scenes like really pop. But to be honest with you, given the time frame it was made and how epic of a project it was in the scope, I think it was made pretty high caliber. Like I think, I don't know. That's one where I have a feeling trying to modernize it would ruin it. Because didn't he do that? He did that with the new ones, the remastered or whatever, and it looked like shit.
Wait, who did what with the new ones?
George, when he re-released the original trilogy, but he updated it with modern CGI.
He fixed the lightsabers, and I like that they fixed the lightsabers. What he fucked up was adding the CGI monsters to a scene that looks wholly real. So here's something whose texture looks entirely out of place. That was the problem.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
You put it better than.
the only thing that he should have been going back to fix, like he shouldn't have been going back to add. He should have been only going back to alter. Like I feel like those aren't exactly the same. If you catch my drift, like
No.
adding a fucking dinosaur because I don't know what the fuck those things were on Tatooine that he fucking added. I was like, what the fuck was the point of putting that there? That was really fucking dumb. But making the X-Wings look smoother, making them look more realistic, absolutely. Making the laser blasts come out of them look more realistic, absolutely. And making the lightsabers not fucking disappear when pointed at the camera. Like, that's fucking, that's impressive. These are the types
Yeah.
of things that you should be going back to fix instead of being like, well, I wanted to make it look more exotic, so I added a dinosaur.
And my other issue too was just adding, like, there were scenes that I would have liked to seen that he still didn't fucking add into it, like missing story. Like well, we're both fans and we've heard about the shit in the scripts that he just at the time they didn't have the technology. I thought that was the shit he was gonna add in. But then you watch the movie and there's like you said, the fucking dinosaur. Like I looked at that and I said the same thing. It's kind of funny you put it because I'm like, wait, what the fuck is that? Is that
Like,
a dinosaur? Is it a
sticks out like a
pancreas? I
sore
don't.
fucking thumb. Like, and the exact same fucking thing. Like, this is episode 4, and the exact same fucking animal could be in episode 1, and it wouldn't look out of place because of everything else that's in episode 1. Like, you gotta match textures. That's important. Like that's why I was impressed with Boba Fett. It seemed like they used a whole lot of what the fuck is it called? What, what's the term for it? For
CGI.
no, not CGI. The opposite of CGI. The real
Oh,
stuff.
practical effects.
Practical effects. Seemed like they used a lot of practical effects for the characters that they had walking around in all of those bar scenes that they had. Like they could have just as
Oh yeah.
easily had people wearing green suits walking around, and everybody in there could have been CGI. And fuck, maybe they were, and it was just that goddamn good. Like we know for a fact Boba Fett riding a Rancor is CGI. Like we know for a fact that's CGI, but seeing all these different fucking alien creatures in the bar and they all look entirely fucking real, they got a match. But then when you're watching something like episode 1, 2, 3, and you got people like Dex walking around and having a conversation with Obi-Wan. Well, if you're going to have somebody like that, you can build characters around him because textures just have to match. So you can make people that look like the Gungans, a completely CGI fucking race of characters.
I think that was the problem. Like he got new technology and he it was like
he
fucking
went
Christmas.
overboard. He went way overboard.
But see, my problem with Boba Fett as far as visuals go, because I have a lot of story issues, but visually, my issue with the show, and I said this too, I'm not gonna be one of these people shitting on it because it is clearly a well budgeted show. My issue with it though, and I don't know if you felt the same way, but even though everything was practical and I could tell they used like practical and then maybe CGI'd over some of it too, to give it the flow, like everything flowed nicely. My issue was, and this can go for story too and the rest of it, it all felt bland to me. Like, I don't know if you got this feeling, but like after episode 3 or 4, and this is my main issue with the show, is it was just uninteresting. Like it was, and I
Again,
don't even
episode
mean
5 and 6 have nothing to do with Boba Fett, so.
that was hilarious for me. But no, 5 and 6 were good. But then again, that had nothing to do with Boba Fett. Like everything in the Mandalorian is very interesting, and it always starts off action. Okay, I'll give you a 1-for-1 comparison, and we'll use their own episodes. Right, 5. How does that start off? Mando goes in to that fucking place. He does his threatening
Dude,
thing,
there's a fucking halo.
and he fucking cut somebody in half. Like he cut that dude in half
Dude,
in
that
front
fight
of
scene
everyone.
was cool because now
Yeah,
I didn't think that fight scene was gonna happen in Boba Fett. Did you think that was gonna happen in Boba Fett?
I didn't think anything interesting was going to
No,
happen in Boba
because
Fett.
I didn't remember that was like that was a post credit scene, him showing up in that place behind the curtain or whatever. Like I didn't
Yeah,
remember that was a post credit scene in The Mandalorian, right?
yeah, yeah. That was a post credit scene.
Right, so I guess I thought that was going to happen in season 3, but it didn't happen in season 3. It happened in Boba Fett completely.
Like, yeah, that was, and that's, but like that
Motherfucker
to
doesn't know
me,
how to use a sword.
that to me though, see, and this is my problem with the Book of Fett is everything they did, I felt undercut Boba Fett because now if you compare that one episode, the first 5 minutes is more action packed than the first 4 episodes in Book of Fett. Like literally nothing, like things happen, but nothing happens. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, what I'm saying, like things happen, there's action, but nothing really happens.
Um,
Like,
let's let me put it to you this way, considering you saw all of it, and you tell me if you need to see any of it. So, you've seen all of Mandalorian season 1, correct?
yep,
Deepfakes are terrifying, correct?
yes,
I know. Nobody makes a deepfake of me, though. Good times. Anyway. So you saw all of Mandalorian season 2, correct?
yep,
At the end of Mandalorian season 2, you see Boba Fett take the throne, right?
yep. Which is how we both got excited. We both
Right.
even
So,
stated we were
like,
like,
okay, you got the throne, right? So, after seeing that, do you even need to see episode 1 through 4? Can you just watch 5, 6, and 7?
to be honest
Like,
with you,
for 7 to make sense, for everything in episode 7 to make sense, because episode 5 is just a continuation of The Mandalorian. Like, it just picks up where season 2 leaves off. It's literally in between them. And then episode
mhm.
6 is Luke Skywalker episode. Hallelujah. And then episode 7 is back to Boba Fett. So, does everything in episode 7 make sense? Like, yeah, you're not going to necessarily care about any of the characters per se. Like, you're not going to care about Fennec. You're not going to care about the mods. You're not going to care about
Actually,
any
I'll
of
tell
these
you the truth.
people.
I wanted a Fennec show because Fennec was the only one who actually got shit done. Anything that happened on Bobo's side was Fennec doing shit. Like
See you
even
later,
that
Christine.
fucking assassination, nothing he did moved the story. Like she killed all of those people. And at first I was like, oh shit, okay, they got Fett, they redeemed Fett. It's got to be Fett, he's hanging the dude from the wire. I go, that's clearly, that's his arm wire thing. And then you look and it's Fennec, and I'm like, this motherfucker has not, like, PB, think about it and add up all the some of the scenes, right?
You
And
didn't
and
answer me.
including 7. Wait, what?
Do you have to see episode 1 through 4?
I mean, to enjoy 5, 6, and 7. To be honest with you, no. If you just watch 5, 6, and 7, you don't really need 1 through 4 because you could get the gist of it just from 5, 6, and 7. Like just watching 7.
Well, okay, you should watch the last, what, 90 seconds of episode 4 when uh Fennec goes, I know a guy. Right?
Oh yeah.
Right? And Fennec that says that, right? At the end of episode 4?
Yep.
And then you hear the Mandalorian music, and then boom, you can watch episode 5, which is all Mandalorian, which I still couldn't fucking believe. I was like, okay, so we're gonna end this Mandalorian story, and we're gonna cut to Boba Fett here, like any moment now, any moment, any moment now, any more. And then the episode was over, and I was like, huh, that was a terrible episode of Boba Fett. Like, if this was the Mandalorian, I would have been like, whoa. That's a great episode of Mandalorian. That was a great episode of fucking Mandalorian. Like, I fucking loved it as an episode of The Mandalorian. But as an episode of Boba Fett, meh. But then
Now did you get my tweet when I said I loved
I went, yes, I
season
get
3?
it now. Yeah, I got it now. But then it's more like the season or the mid-season or the in-between special. I don't know. I can't come up with a clever fucking name at the moment. I'll come up with something at some point. But it's in between seasons, and it's a special, and it's got Mando, and it's got Grogu. So I'll be able, no, it doesn't. Does it have him in it?
Yeah, Grogu was even fucking in that. Or no, he wasn't in that episode.
He's not in that episode. He's in the next episode.
No, he was in the next episode. But yeah, I mean, even without Grogu, just focusing on Mando, like as a Mandalorian episode, we would have all been reviewing him.
Like it's. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say we could have been like it felt like a panel we would have put together and been like, did you see the first premiere episode? Fuck yeah, like that was badass. Like that's what it felt like. But then you look and you go, well shit, this is supposed to be the Book of Fett. Like he's not even in it. Not even in this whole fucking show. Like they did that character so fucking wrong. Thank you. Yeah, it could have been the Book of Fennec because the only. And so when you're writing, okay, I'm gonna get into some nerd shit like how I do my reviews.
I feel like it's called the Book of Boba Fett, especially with how it ended up playing out. Where I mean, I would love to count the screen time because yeah, he dominates a few episodes, especially when he's with the Sand People. He's on screen most of the time when he's with them. So he dominates a lot of those episodes because he's also on screen when we're at the now timeline compared to the then timeline, right? But then at the end of the season, he does not dominate the screen at all. So I would love to see if he actually wins minutes on screen. I would love to see if he actually wins it over Fennec. Because I don't know if he's going to.
No, because even if you were to take their sum total times, because yes, she's not in the flashbacks, but she's in the current timeline. But what throws me off is those flashbacks are so long. And people said, well, your theory about flashbacks is wrong. I go, no, those flashbacks are fucking stupid, and I'll tell you why. Because that whole Sand People storyline is all one big fucking contrived, basically filler, just to explain how he got the gaffy stick. There was no other fucking point. And I said, when you do a flashback, right, the flashback is supposed to have bearing on what's currently.
No, I thought that it had. You thought it was just to show him getting the stick. I thought the stick was just like a consequence of the character development that he went through being with them because they totally turned him soft. Like he still has the killer side to him, obviously, because he had no problem mowing down the bikers who he thought killed all of them. Like, no problem doing that. He's like, fuck all these people and killed all of them. Like, I was like, holy shit, he just literally committed fucking genocide against a biker gang. I mean, does that work?
But
Does
even
genocide
that
work
is just
there?
like, and that's the thing that pisses me off too, because you'll have a moment like that where I go, "Oh fuck yeah, he's back," and then he turns off again and fucking takes his group in, and it's like I don't. It was like, and you know, I don't know if you felt this, but it was like they got this series greenlit, but they had no clue where they wanted to take this story. To be honest with you, to me, it felt wrapped up
No,
at the end of The
it seems
Mandalorian.
like they wrote the story and was like, guys, we only have enough for 5 episodes, and they're like, okay,
Yep.
Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka, Grogu, Mando. Yeah, but how does Mando get there? Oh, we'll give you a whole episode on how Mando got there. Don't worry about we'll get you covered for these 2 episodes. Don't worry, we'll let Boba Fett make a cameo in one of them, just to keep people
And
interested. Like, I seen a
like,
fucking meme. I'll show you the fucking picture. Keep yammering.
and like the weirdest thing too is I was down for the Cad Bane thing, but I said
Oh,
the same
Cad
thing that
Bane.
everyone else was saying. Like they should have did a whole episode. Like if you wanted to show a flashback because people bitched, oh well, I'd never seen Clone Wars, so I didn't know. So if you wanted to do flashbacks, you know what would have been an appropriate flashback, PB? You know what would have been appropriate? Showing the fucking rivalry between him and Cad Bane. Take that animated shit and just live action it. Clearly they could do it for Cad Bane, so you could do a fucking live. They did it for a fucking flashback to what episode 3 of Star Wars. So you could have did a fucking Clone Wars flashback in live action and been like, okay, for people who don't know, here's where they have like the exact moment where they have beef. Show them like getting that ding in his helmet because that came from Cad Bane, and then people would have been like, oh, okay, because then you would have brought stakes to that showdown. But see, that every choice they made in this fucking show to me made no fucking sense as to why they went at that particular angle. And I even said, I don't think the show sucks as far as like, you know, sound design, yeah, the production or any of that, or even the dialogue was okay. None of that. I'm saying the way they chose to tell the story is the biggest issue because it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like they highlight things that don't pertain to anything that happens, and the fucking final resolution isn't a fucking resolution. So they kick out the Pikes. But I mean, that's not really even the Pikes thing wasn't built up that much because they spent so much time in the past. They didn't show us, okay, you beat a subsection of the Pikes, but that doesn't beat the whole thing. You're still a prime location to move spice. So basically, the resolution is, oh, we're here. And because I beat a little group you sent and killed all of those people, you didn't get the leader of the Pikes. That motherfucker's still out there because he sent Cad Bane there, which means that guy's still roaming the galaxy somewhere, and he's still probably not going to let that location. So that's when I said, that's why I said it doesn't resolve anything. Like lots of things happened, but nothing really resolved. It was just like shit on screen, and then nothing really wraps up.
I mean, yeah, the entire show is built on cameos and set pieces, which is why the first half of the
Yeah.
season sucks.
And the first half of the season, the current timeline doesn't really set up that big battle at 7, which is why I said I could still watch 7 and have an idea of what happened because the stuff they set up in the beginning, half of the fucking episode is a flashback. I fucking like rewatched it. Like those flashbacks are a good, what, 10, 20 minutes. and then like 10 minutes of current timeline, sometimes 5 or 6 minutes, because it was just him coming out of the fucking stupid ass tank. I got tired of looking at that fucking stupid back to tank, and then like
The back to
it's not
tank.
enough.
You gotta love the back to tank. Don't hate on the back to tank.
But then it doesn't. Yes, thank you, Geekocidal Tendencies. And he said, and never mind how empty the city looked, like no one ever lived there. Yeah, it was just like,
You see this? The Boba Fett
uh,
cameo in the end was amazing. This was episode 6. Vince McMahon's like, oh, you're a Timothy Oliphant. That's nice. R2D2, that's great. Ahsoka Tano, oh, Luke Skywalker, Cad Bane, and Boba Fett, oh my god! In his own show. It's amazing.
and you know, and that's why I got pissed off when I saw these reviews, because, and this is the biggest thing that pisses me off about that section of the internet that we always talk about, right? These motherfuckers, and I told them that because I was talking with Showmonger over on his channel. I was like, people set themselves up for failure, and I feel like it's on purpose, because you guys acted, you bitched about 4 episodes, saw Mando, and got happy again. Did you think in one episode
No,
that shit
I
was
bitched
gonna
about
get
that
better?
episode. I didn't bitch about episode 6.
I bitched about I didn't want to fucking watch the rest after 3. I was like, I'm fucking done. That's it. But our good friend Husky was like, you're the only, and you know how vain I am. He's like, you're the only opinion I am. I'm like, fuck. All right, fine.
Geekocidal Tendencies says Lucas always said he wanted the Star Wars universe to look lived in. We book of boring fat failed hard.
I totally agree with that, because
Squirrel
it's like,
loved it, but Squirrel loved it. So you're wrong,
see,
John.
I would like to actually talk to Squirrel and like have a because she's one of the first people I've heard who said that they loved it. Like, and this is the thing,
Well,
I don't even hate it.
I'm just going by the number that she gave me out of the other number. I assume that equates to that the person loved it if they gave it that high of a number.
What she rated at?
She told me 9 out of 10 for the entire series.
Fuck, I had it at 5, and I had it at 5, and that was because of the end. It was literally
I feel like I would have split the difference between the two of you, and I'm sitting at like a 7 because I got Peacemaker at like a 9.
No, that was my issue. See, that's my whole issue. I was watching Peacemaker and Reacher, right? We're watching these great shows, and then you go to Boba Fett.
And you're like, why isn't this show as good as the other one?
Yeah, and you're like,
why don't they have a fucking eagle?
That's what it is. They threw a fucking eagle in there. Bam. Instant 10. If
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
fucking,
if I gotta choose, I got maybe it's just the American in me. But if I had to choose, I would pick the eagle over the Rancor.
Yeah. And Geekocidal Tendencies said the same thing. Yeah, I didn't hate it either. I was just dialogue dead. Yeah, like I agree, Geekocidal. I don't
any more pew pew, boom boom in my Star Wars.
Yeah, it was like I didn't hate it. And as a matter of fact, when you look at the dialogue, the talking, and the back and forth, the chemistry, like it's not.
Like, go watch my review, and you'll see what Boba Fett thinks. He's like, I'm not even in the show anymore. Like, that's when it's good.
The problem with the show is that the Boba Fett side of it was painfully average. There was nothing. There was not moments that made it stick out or made it unique. And every choice they made was not bad, just strange. Like, okay, why would you go this way instead of this way? Like, if you did it this way, it would make sense. Like, I get what you're saying, but the way you're putting it and the way you're shooting it doesn't make sense to, like, I get the story, I get what you're trying to tell. He's going on a redemption. I get all that, but the way they chose to structure the story and the way that they tried to lead us there was very fucking strange. Like, did you feel like they made really strange choices with this show? Like,
I don't
am I
know
the
if
only one? Like,
it's. I don't think that it's necessarily a redemption story because he's just going from being one type of bad guy to a different type of bad guy. Unless you don't think that he's not a bad guy. Do you think he's not a bad guy anymore? Like
oh, he's
he's.
definitely a bad guy.
That's what
He
I'm
killed the
saying.
shit out of
He's
that biker.
right. He's a gangster. Like that's what he is, head gangster. Like is there a term for that? You're Italian.
Yeah, he's a don now. He's
Right.
he's a
He's the daimo. Daim I don't know how the fuck they pronounce that goddamn word. It seems like they say it different every fucking scene. Right?
like yeah, yeah. I didn't get that. I didn't get that translation either, but I got what they were. And here's the other problem the show had. They were
Whatever.
telling a
So if he
crime
went from being a
story.
bounty hunter to being a fucking gangster, so I don't understand. It's what redemption is there from going from being one kind of bad guy to a different kind of bad guy? Is that like, well, he got redemption because he went from being a pedophile to just an arsonist. So instead of having sex with the children, he just burned them alive. The fuck, man? How
Yeah,
is this a redemption story?
yeah, like and that's exactly my problem. Like, the
It's not.
storytelling is so weird like
It's
that.
fucking
It's like
weird.
you want us to believe that because he found these sand people, right? Like, okay, he's like this pacifist now. But then, like, the next episode, you show him like mowing down this biker gang because they killed, or he thought they killed the sand people. Like, it's like every choice they made was a bad, was a bad choice. And the other problem that it had was it's very, and I like to use this term, it's very Disney-fied. Like, how do you have a show about essentially someone who's supposed to be a crime boss where he's the person who doesn't do any of the crime, and the crime scenes are very minimal? The only time we even see somebody cut in half was the Mandalorian premiere episode. I mean, I'm sorry, the Book of Fett
We
episode.
saw that Wookiee rip that guy's arm off and then he didn't bleed at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there was nothing that said, oh, like when they pitched this, I was like, oh,
He's
they're
not a
gonna do
pedophile
great.
anymore. He's an arsonist now. Give him credit. He's just a petty arsonist. Like, no longer is he a pedophile. Give him a break.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on,
our
man.
comparison because that's what they try to sell us. Like, it's like the choices made in the show were very strange to me. And once again, like the way that I reviewed it and stuff, like people were like, "Oh, well, you just hate it," and I go, "No, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it for
Okay.
what it was."
Maybe a better comparison would be you went from doing or from being an arsonist to being an armed robber. Like,
Yeah,
both
there you go.
of these are equally horrible crimes. Like, you didn't go from being a bad guy to a good guy. There's no redemption here. There is no Han Solo redemption here. Like, is that what we're supposed to be buying here? Like, there's some type of Han Solo redemption? Like, he came back and now he's fighting for the people? No, these people are literally paying him for protection. And is that like him collecting taxes? No. Like, I don't know the exact politics of Tatooine, and I don't think they've entirely been fleshed out. And maybe they'll be fleshed out even more in the next series that comes out, which it's gonna be so good. I don't care what happens. I don't give a fuck what happens. Like Obi-Wan's gonna be on the screen. I don't give a fuck.
Like I don't know. I'm getting to a point
It
where
can be completely fucking ridiculous. Nothing. He could just literally walk around in the desert and like a dinosaur could pop up and he could turn his head real quick to the side and pop his hood down and say, "Hello there." And I'd be like, "Fucking A, man! Like golden
10 out
5-star
of 10.
episode. Yep, 10 out of 10 episode. Like, thank you." Like he
No,
pulled a Batman. He walked down the top of a mountain for 5 minutes. He turned to a fucking goat and said, "Hello there." Perfect saying.
my issue is I can't do Disney because I've seen so many other shows that
You and fucking
are
McGregor.
so.
Did you see his Super Bowl commercial yet, Q's Queen?
No, she said no spoilers. She hasn't seen them, and she taped it.
His was pretty decent. I
Like,
I think I
did
remember who
you
it was
see
for.
Fargo season 3?
I have never watched any of Fargo ever. I don't even
Oh,
think
you
I've
would
watched
love
all of the
season
movie
3.
before.
Ian McGregor plays a twin, but it's him on screen twice. He is twin brothers, but he plays both roles,
So
and they're both different.
Is that like Mahershala Ali on Apple TV?
Yeah.
Did you see that commercial?
Yeah, that one I did see. I did because
with John Hamm?
somebody. Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. I was like,
But
I
but
didn't
no,
watch any of Mad Men. This guy's funny as hell.
but in that show Fargo, he plays two roles, and one's a scumbag, and one's a rich guy who's a scumbag, and some shenanigans happens as it does in Fargo, and yeah, he I guess he technically kills himself because but I mean, it was great acting, and I'm like, but it's funny because you watch this after watching episode 3, and I'm just like waiting for him to. I'm like, come on, say it. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I just even wanted him to say a hello in that voice, and it was like, no. But I mean, he's very good at it. He's like one of my top actors, just because I may have seen bad movies he's in, but he's never the bad part of the movie.
No, he's the best part of whatever that movie was that you saw. He's a gay villain.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something. Birds of Prey was hard to get through, but every time he was on screen, you know how you can just tell an actor is having a fun time playing a role, like their performance, you go, oh yeah, he enjoyed it. Like every time he was on screen, I was just like, just show me this, just give me a movie with him, like just Ian McGregor doing fucking Black Mask. Like I'd watch that movie 100 times. He was so fucking good in that movie, and like he had that crazy eccentric, like 1 minute you'll be laughing at a joke and then he'll just stab somebody. He was like that kind of villain. Very over the top,
Yeah,
but it was
that's the reason I was gonna watch that movie.
Oh yeah. If you see it for nothing else, his performance is fucking outstanding. Like he does some pretty heinous shit in that movie. Like especially there is one kind of almost like crossing the line kind of scene with this girl in this club that he does, but like even after seeing that, he'll say something funny, and I'm like, I can't fucking hate him. I like no matter what you show me him doing, I can't hate this character. He's just too fucking cool.
Maybe
And
I'll
like,
have to throw that one on the old HBO Max after we end this stream.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, watch it. Tell me what you, because me and Perp even said, like, all of the hate they got. First off,
Oh, they got
it
lots
was
of
not
hate. It's a
working.
Wham Power movie. It's not like they
But
actually. No. It's not like the Birds of Prey actually exist in any kind of comic book form, because everybody who
that's what
talked
I
about
said.
it. Hold on, everybody who talked about it makes it seem like it's some Endgame Woman on a Hill scene, which I thought was completely fucking ridiculous. Because what are the odds that only the female superheroes happen to gather in this one area for this one moment in time? The odds of that are unbelievably astronomical, especially because of the way that most of the female superheroes, not all, but most of them, like the Wasp, typically works with Ant-Man, like they're partners. So you like they're gonna fight like back to back and side to side because they know what each other are gonna do. So you're not going to typically see one without the other. And there are a few other characters up on the hill that, well, you would see Wanda there because, her partner's fucking dead.
Yeah, I mean, and like, if we're being honest, Wanda really doesn't need to be near any fucking character.
So anyway,
Um,
they existed in the fucking comics. But yeah, it's a Wham Power movie. Whatever.
that yep, that pissed me off because I was like, whoa, hold on. You can blast this movie for so many other like really bad mistakes, especially like continuity of when everybody met and stuff like that, some race swapping here and there. But as far as like women power, not really. It was just not well put together. Like, I even like some fight scenes. Like, there is some fucking like there's some brutal fight scenes with Harley Quinn when like she's fighting
Yeah,
in the
but she
jail,
doesn't.
fighting the
But
police.
she doesn't have a javelin. So am I going to care?
Oh yeah, the shit she does with a baseball bat. Oh god, I was like,
Keep your
and
pants
I'll give
on, guy.
what's that?
What's up? I said, keep your pants on, guy. I heard the noises you're making. What's up, Wookiee
Oh,
supremacy? I'm
hey,
sorry you showed up for that.
uh,
New
but
Austin Powers is on the way.
no, don't. Unless it's Mike Myers, I do not want to see another fucking
Wanna
Austin Powers.
like
He'll
I
be
could
me too.
I'll tell you something about it when we after we end the stream, which we're gonna do. Like, I'm sorry that you showed up right at the end there, Wookie. He says, "Hey, Cheesy. Hey, Zod." Like, we've been going for 3 hours here, or I've been going for 3 hours. I don't remember exactly when Zod showed up. Like a 70
About
minute mark.
203.
203?
Yeah, you
No.
were like an hour and some change in.
Yeah, hour and change. That's what I just said. 70 minutes, guy. Listen. Fuck.
I'm a villain. I only half-ass listen.
You're a villain, so you can't listen.
No, I only like the sound of my own voice.
Oh, we know that for a fact. Like, dude, like when somebody. Okay, so we quite obviously make YouTube videos, and I always find it hilarious when somebody goes, "Do you like the sound of your voice?" And I was like, "Well, you can't dislike the sound of your voice and make YouTube videos. Because if you dislike the sound of your voice, you will not make YouTube videos of yourself. Like, you could make YouTube videos of like fucking dogs and cats and goats and shit. Like, you could do all kinds of different stuff on YouTube. Like, you could make animations. Like, there are but you wouldn't make the style of videos where you're just giving your opinion, where you're just talking like what we do. Like, you're never gonna make that type of YouTube video if you don't like your voice. And I was like, maybe I do like my voice, but I definitely don't dislike my voice, because every time you make a video, I mean, You said you're in the middle of editing whatever what's the video for?
That fucking Moonfall, dude. I'm
This is how
13 minutes
this
in.
is so you know this is a segue into plugging yourself.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I'm in the middle of the longest fucking review ever. By the time I get
Yes,
this
Wookie,
fucking
goats,
review out,
dogs, cats, and goats.
yeah, by the time
Super
that
Bowl
this
reference.
yeah, I'm trying not to spoil it for people. Yeah, I'm sorry for the spoilers.
It doesn't spoil
Um,
it.
but no, I'm in the middle of my Moonfall review. I got a couple of reviews coming out. I'm gonna do one for this Liam Neeson movie, and I'm gonna do one for the new Jackass. Also, there will definitely be more reviews because we got some fucking great stuff coming out. Um, I might do one for Reacher because I'm not seeing a lot of people trending that, and we got to get that trending because I want a season 2 to happen. But they don't need to make a season 2. I mean, they could do one and done, but I would love to see
Nope, they need to
Hawk.
make a season 3.
They need to make like
I
10
didn't watch
seasons
it
of it.
yet. I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, you'll love it if you like Hawk from Hawk and Dove. Then
Holy fuck,
yeah,
I know,
you'll
guy.
you'll 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 love it. Anyways, yeah, Jackass was great. There's a lot of great stuff that I still haven't done reviews for because people have been wanting me to talk ad nauseum about the fucking Book of Fett. It's over now, so now I'm done. I'm done until Mando season 3. I'm done with Star Wars until
Bum,
that comes out. To
ba-dum,
be honest
bum,
with you,
bum,
there's too much other
bum,
good shit.
bum, 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 bum.
So yeah, I am really I'm ready to do some other things. So I'll be looking forward to reviewing that other stuff. And yeah, tomorrow or actually later
In
today.
23, in less than 23 hours, General
Yep.
Zod goes live in the fandom zone with your favorite dingo, Stevie J.
Yep, can't wait. I wrestled him back. He's been held captive by the dingoes. Um, you know, so we're gonna talk about his captivity.
That's nice.
Also, Rona. So,
I
yeah,
might actually be able to make it to that.
yeah. I'll be honest with you. I have no fucking subject. We're just gonna shoot the shit, so it should be fun.
I like shit and shooting. I'm an American.
But that's pretty much all I got. Thank you for going long enough for us to have like an actual stream because I was like, oh, this motherfucker's gonna be done. I feel like shit, and then you were like 70 minutes in. I'm like, oh, I can jump in. Better late than never.
What do you mean? I usually go for like 2 hours at least, especially when I'm alone. Like I got no problem going for 2 hours. I always got wonderful people here in the chat like Janie, Rebecca, Q's Queen, Lemon Pie, Geekicidal Tendencies. Who the fuck else is here? Wookie
Wookie,
Supremacy, Rose Matter.
Rose,
Who else did I miss? Carmen was here
and everybody
earlier.
else.
And the lot of them. That's a British term that people use, right? Right?
Yeah.
Fucking confirm with me, god damn it. Captain Jack is here. He's in the lot. Yeah, there's a whole lot of people here. There's a whole lot of people here. But I don't have a whole lot left to say other than good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Like, definitely stealing that from George Norrie, right? Like, George Norrie, right?
Yep.
Because you never know where people are around the globe when they're watching you on the World Wide Web.
Facts.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye
Say goodbye,
now.
motherfucker. God damn. Like, are you on
Bye.
tape? Are you on tape delay or something?
No. I was just like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm a fucking villain. I'm the wild card.
Well, maybe you will not be invited next time. My God, man.